Chapter 523. The Solitary Nine Swords was a sword technique that sought to change to the extreme. It responded to the myriad of changes with constancy and used the absence of moves to defeat moves. Qin Feng stood in the same place with his sword in hand. His clothes fluttered in the wind, and his long hair danced wildly in the wind. Facing Yun Bin's sure kill attack, Qin Feng's expression was cold. He was like a majestic mountain, a superb sword god. Buzz. A slight sword chime suddenly spread out. Qin Feng stabbed out with his sword, and a cold light shot towards the space between Yun Bin's eyebrows. This sword seemed ordinary, and the faint cold light was like a small sail swaying in a tsunami. Yun Bin didn't even care about Qin Feng's attack and didn't notice the cold light. He even grinned at Qin Feng with a mocking expression. Bang! Suddenly, there was a sound of wind breaking. The cold light that was about to be extinguished suddenly bloomed. It was like a ray of light that penetrated through dark clouds. It expanded and expanded continuously until it was so dazzling that people couldn't open their eyes. The cold light bloomed, and the powerful energy contained within it also exploded crazily. It affected the surrounding airflow, and all of Yun Bin's attacks were disrupted and dissipated. Rumble. The cold light finally hit Yun Bin's shoulder, and it directly pierced through his shoulder, revealing a fist-sized bloody hole. Qin Feng's attack, from the time he drew his sword to when Yun Bin was hit, was completed in the blink of an eye. However, the changes and profoundness of the sword technique were something that Yun Bin still hadn't understood. He might not be able to understand it for the rest of his life. As expected of a Stage 7 inner chi expert, it's not easy to kill him. Qin Feng shook his head as he looked at Yun Bin, who was sent flying and landed on the ground. Originally, Qin Feng's sword was aimed directly at the space between Yun Bin's eyebrows, and the effect was to explode Yun Bin's head. However, Yun Bin was able to react at the crucial moment and saw through some of Qin Feng's sword techniques. That was why he avoided the vital point and used his shoulder to block the sword. Qin Feng held the long sword in his hand, and with a leap, he arrived in front of Yun Bin. Now you've lost in the sword competition. Are you convinced now? Yun Bin lay in a pool of blood and pressed on his wound. He even forgot about the pain and looked at Qin Feng with a shocked expression. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Why your sword technique is even more profound than our Mount Hua sect's Mount Hua sword technique. It clearly exceeds the grade of a yellow rank technique. Could it be that this is a black rank sword technique? How is this possible? Could it be that you have two sets of profound level martial skills? Who the hell are you? The Earth rank martial skill, Windblade, that Qin Feng used earlier was mistaken by Yun Bin and the other two as a profound rank martial skill. Now, the Solitary Nine Swords made Yun Bin suspicious again. Originally, when people in the martial arts world found out that Qin Feng had a treasure on him, they came to snatch it from him. However, there were very few people who actually inquired about Qin Feng's background and the sect he belonged to. However, Yun Bin began to think about this problem. He even regretted robbing Qin Feng. Qin Feng was only a Stage 4 inner chi martial artist, but he possessed blue-grade equipment, several orange-grade spiritual equipment, and at least 2 black-grade cultivation methods and martial arts techniques. How could he be an ordinary person? Unless it was a big sect in the inner pugilistic world. Only then would they be able to spend so much money. According to the general direction, the Huaxia martial artists and forces were divided into the outer martial arts world and the inner Jianghu. The warriors Qin Feng saw now were basically people from the outer Jianghu, and the inner Jianghu was a mysterious place. Not to mention ordinary people, even many warriors from the outer Jianghu did not have the chance to enter the territory of the inner Jianghu. You. Could it be that you're from the inner Jianghu? Yun Bin looked at Qin Feng in fear. If Qin Feng was really from the inner Jianghu, then the Huashan sect behind Yun Bin was simply not worth mentioning. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't play tricks and stall for time with me. Just die and reincarnate. Qin Feng did not understand what the inner Jianghu was talking about. He thought that Yun Bin was trying to stall for time again. The long sword in his hand suddenly slipped, and a white light pierced towards Yun Bin's heart. Clang. The sword chi did not pierce through Yun Bin. It was blocked by a throwing knife, and the sound of metal clashing rang out. Qin Feng and Yun Bin were startled. There was actually someone hiding in the dark. Buzz. The sound of swords rang out everywhere. Qin Feng held the long sword in his hand and quickly drew a dozen or so sword chi in the air. All of them shot towards Yun Bin's vital points. Yun Bin was a stage 7 inner chi martial artist. Killing him would be a reward of 4,000 hedonist points. In addition, Qin Feng followed Yun Bin's suggestion and used a normal longsword to defeat Yun Bin. That would double the reward. It was a total of 8,000 hedonist points. How could Qin Feng let it go so easily? Clang, 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 clang. A dozen or so crisp sounds rang out one after another. Each of Qin Feng's sword chi was blocked by the opponent's throwing knife. A few throwing knives landed next to Qin Feng's feet. The throwing knives were made of ordinary materials, and there were red strips of cloth at the end. Qin Feng's eyes lit up. He had an impression of these throwing knives. The murder at Acropolis City's Lotus Lake, and the sudden appearance of the Golden Assassin crew during the opening of Cloud City Hua Manor Phase 2 used these throwing knives. Qin Feng had always wanted to find the person hiding in the dark. The first time this person appeared, she wanted to frame Qin Feng for murder. The second time, she helped Qin Feng during the opening of Cloud City Hua Manor. This confused Qin Feng. He didn't know whether this person was a friend or a foe. Who is it? Why are you always hiding? Do you think you're a 1,000-year-old tortoise? Qin Feng temporarily ignored Yun Bin and turned around to look around. However, he was surrounded by a plain. Apart from the Yin Yang elders and the others who were fighting, he didn't see anyone else. Yin Wu Shuang had short purple hair, bright eyes, and white teeth. She was very attractive. She wore a tight-fitting leather shirt, leather pants, and black leather boots, which vividly displayed her curvaceous figure. Yin Wu Shuang hid behind Qin Feng's BMW. Her whole body floated above the car door. She was the one who shot the throwing knives. As a member of the Dragon Sect, Yin Wu Shuang couldn't just watch Qin Feng kill people. Hearing Qin Feng call her a 1,000-year-old tortoise, Yin Wu Shuang was so angry that her eyeballs almost popped out. She thought to herself that if she had the chance, she would ruthlessly torture Qin Feng. At the same time, Yin Wu Shuang was also full of doubts. She heard that martial artists had found Qin Feng's tracks again, so she followed them to this place. Qin Feng was originally hiding his identity as a teacher at Provincial Capital University. Why did he suddenly run back to Yun Province and expose himself to martial artists? Looks like you're really a 1,000-year-old tortoise. You don't even dare to come out when I'm scolding you. If I were you, I'd just find a piece of tofu and kill myself. You only know how to hide in the dark like a cockroach. How pitiful your life is. Qin Feng scolded Yin Wu Shuang more and more vigorously, and his voice became louder and louder. Yin Wu Shuang was enraged. Her voluptuous breasts under her black, tight-fitting leather jacket swelled to the size of a basketball. It felt as if the leather jacket would burst at any time. If Qin Feng saw this scene, he would definitely ask Yin Wu Shuang, "Where did you buy this leather jacket? The quality is so fucking good. You still don't dare to come out? Haha, looks like you're afraid of me. Don't worry, if you're a man, I'll cut you into 1,000,000 pieces. If you're a woman, I'll rape you first and then kill you. I guarantee you'll die a happy death." Although Qin Feng hadn't found Yin Wu Shuang yet, he had a feeling that she was nearby. "Little pig, how many hedonist points do I need to locate the owner of the throwing knives?" Qin Feng couldn't find the person himself, so he decided to use the system to locate him. 2,000 hedonist points, Little Pig said. "It's just locating a person. Why is it so expensive?" Qin Feng complained. "Master, different people require different hedonist points. The more powerful and capable a person is, the more expensive it is," Little Pig explained. Locating a person required 2,000 hedonist points. From this, it could be seen that the other party was very powerful. Because of this, Qin Feng gritted his teeth and prepared to locate the owner of the throwing knives. Boom! Before Qin Feng could give the order, an explosion sounded out. Qin Feng's black BMW suddenly shot into the sky and smashed towards Qin Feng's direction. In the place where the car originally stood, a black figure was quickly leaving. It was so fast that Qin Feng couldn't even catch a glimpse of it. God damn it, so it's a woman. Although Qin Feng couldn't see the person's face, he could tell that it was a woman from her figure. Qin Feng leaped and dodged the car. The car landed on an empty ground and caused another round of explosions. The car instantly became a pile of scrap metal. Damn you. I just scolded you a bit. If you have the guts, scold me back. What's so great about destroying my car? Don't let me catch you, or else I'll rape you first and then kill you. Qin Feng dodged the car and looked into the distance. There was no one there. This made Qin Feng furious, and he cursed at the woman in black. Ding. Host has defeated the enemy using the method that the enemy has chosen. The system rewards host Qin Feng 4,000 hedonist points. Qin Feng was halfway through his curses when the system suddenly sounded out. Qin Feng was slightly startled and immediately looked towards where Yun Bin was. He found that there was no sign of Yun Bin. Originally, killing Yun Bin would have given Qin Feng double the hedonist points, but now that Yun Bin had escaped, the system only gave Qin Feng 4,000 hedonist points. Now that he had lost 4,000 hedonist points and a car, Qin Feng was infuriated. You damned woman, Qin Feng, swear that I'll definitely do you. Ba. Benefactor Qin Feng, please come with me. Just as Qin Feng was sulking, Monk Yuan Qing's voice suddenly sounded out from behind him. Monk Yuan Qing came without a sound, and Qin Feng didn't even notice him at all. From this, it could be seen that this old monk was extraordinarily powerful. It turned out that after fighting for a while, Wudong sects Zhang Yunqing and Kunlun sects Zhu Yu were no match for the Yin Yang elders. The disciples they brought were all dead, and the two of them were beaten until their clothes were tattered and they looked battered and exhausted. Knowing that they were no match for the Yin Yang elders, the two of them gave up on the idea of stealing Qin Feng's car and ran for their lives. The Yin Yang elders didn't chase after the two of them. They turned around and went to find the ghost-faced mountain man for revenge. This old monster had beaten the Yin Yang elders up quite badly, and the two of them bore a grudge against him. With the Yin Yang elders joining in, Monk Yuan Qing saw an opportunity. He withdrew from the battle and ran to catch Qin Feng. Qin Feng was about to die from anger because of the Yin Yang elders. Chapter 524. Although Monk Yuan Qing didn't have much contact with Qin Feng, he realized that Qin Feng was a slippery fellow. Seeing that Qin Feng didn't run or hide, but took the initiative to walk with him, Monk Yuan Qing was slightly stunned. After a while, he regained his senses and smiled kindly at Qin Feng. Ba, I didn't expect benefactor Qin Feng to be so open-minded. That's great, please. Monk Yuan Qing wasn't stupid. He let Qin Feng walk in front while he followed behind to observe Qin Feng. This way, he wouldn't have to worry about Qin Feng running away. Qin Feng didn't reject Monk Yuan Qing's suggestion. He swaggered in front, while cursing the woman in black and the idiotic Yin Yang elders in his heart. Bang! Suddenly, an explosive sound came from Qin Feng's body. The sacred azure battle armor on his body suddenly activated the ability of hyper-intuition. In an instant, Qin Feng's six senses were enhanced by 10 times. Zhang Yunqing and Zhu Yu, who were originally running for their lives, were now as slow as two big turtles in Qin Feng's eyes. Benefactor Qin Feng, what are you doing? The explosion on Qin Feng's body was very loud, and it came so suddenly that it scared Monk Yuan Qing and the Shaolin Temple disciples. Haha, Master Yuan Qing, don't be nervous. I only farted just now. Did I scare you? Monk Yuan Qing and the Shaolin Temple disciples' mouths twitched. They thought, do you think we're idiots? Your fart is like thunder. Do you think you're Lei Zhenzi? Monk Yuan Qing suppressed his anger and smiled kindly. Benefactor Qin Feng is indeed different. Even your fart is so imposing. I'm sure you'll become a dragon among men in the future. Qin Feng realized that the pressure in this society was too great. Even monks knew how to flatter people. It was a pity that he didn't take the civil service exam. You really know how to talk, bald donkey. I want to ask you a question. Monk Yuan Qing's facial muscles twitched when he heard the word bald donkey. He didn't understand why Qin Feng would call him that. However, Monk Yuan Qing quickly controlled his emotions and said with a peaceful smile, Almsgiver Qin Feng, please ask away. Shaolin Temple is full of men, right? Qin Feng's face was serious. Of course, a place with women is a nunnery. In a Immerse sect, there are Taoist nuns. If you're all men, how do you do it when you want to have sex? Could it be that they were going to pick up the soap together? Wouldn't my chrysanthemum be ruined? Qin Feng looked at Yuan Qing with a serious expression. Yuan Qing's pupils constricted and his face was filled with confusion and rage. He really didn't understand what was wrong with Qin Feng's head. Why would he suddenly ask such a question? This kid was courting death. Motherfucker, I'll kill you. Monk Yuan Qing, who always had the demeanor of a master and a benevolent smile, suddenly changed his expression and threw a palm strike at Qin Feng. A huge gust of wind blew. Qin Feng had no room to dodge and was sent flying. Qin Feng spat out a mouthful of blood in midair. At the same time, he hurriedly swallowed a blood chi pill. Whoosh! Monk Yuan Qing's palm strike was full of energy. Qin Feng's body turned into a white light and disappeared in a flash. In the blink of an eye, he appeared behind Zhang Yunqing and Bamboo Rain, who were running away. This was Qin Feng's purpose in provoking Yuan Qing. He wanted to use the strength of Yuan Qing's palm strike to increase his speed and catch up to the two. You two, why are you running so fast? Do you want to stop and have a cup of tea? Qin Feng's leisurely voice suddenly sounded, startling Zhang Yunqing and Bamboo Rain. The two of them turned around and saw Qin Feng holding the Sky Splitter axe. They were shocked. Wasn't this person only a stage 4 energy? How did he catch up? Drink your mother's fucking tea and scram. When Bamboo Rain saw Qin Feng, she sped up again and flew away like a small cannonball. In a flash, she pulled away from Qin Feng and Zhang Yunqing. Qin Feng watched Bamboo Rain turn into a black shadow and quickly disappeared. The corner of his mouth twitched violently. He wondered if this person grew up eating chicken legs. How could she run so fast? Since he couldn't catch up with Bamboo Rain, Qin Feng set his sights on Zhang Yunqing. So young hero Zhang likes to drink tea brewed with horse eggs. But horses can't lay eggs. Is there something wrong with your brain? Qin Feng chased after Zhang Yunqing with the twin axes in his hands. After activating the sacred Azure Battle Armor's hyper-intuition, Qin Feng's speed increased. He was about to catch up with Zhang Yunqing. The corner of Zhang Yunqing's mouth twitched violently. He thought Qin Feng was the one who was sick in the head. How could this person's imagination be so big? Zhang Yunqing was so angry that his beard became crooked. As he ran, Zhang Yunqing seemed to suddenly remember something. He stopped abruptly and turned around to stab Qin Feng with his sword. Fuck. I can't beat those old monsters, but you think I can't beat you? You took the initiative to come to your death. That's exactly what I wanted. Ha ha ha. Zhang Yunqing was so focused on escaping that he forgot that he was a stage 6 inner chi martial artist. With the Wudong sect's Thunderbolt sword technique, he could display the strength of a stage 7 inner chi martial artist. How could he be afraid of Qin Feng? Go to hell, punk. Zhang Yunqing's attack was too sudden. The Thunderbolt sword technique was majestic. Layers of blue lightning appeared around his body. It was an awe-inspiring sight. This sword technique is not bad. When I have time, I will go to Wudong Mountain and ask for it. Qin Feng looked at the flickering lightning around Zhang Yunqing, and a burning flame appeared in his eyes. His hand suddenly fell, and a pair of heaven-splitter axes chopped down from the sky. They brought with them a momentum that could split mountains and split the earth. They turned into two dragons that whistled past. Rumble, rumble. The long dragon and the lightning collided, and suddenly, a violent explosion sound was heard. The originally mighty long dragon slowly became illusory and finally disappeared. The lightning around Zhang Yunqing's body had also disappeared. His face was still a bit pale. Obviously, he didn't have enough inner chi and couldn't resist anymore. Swish, 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 swish. Several white lights flashed and went straight for Zhang Yunqing's vital points. Zhang Yunqing had seen Qin Feng's wind blade martial skill before, so he hurriedly used his chi to dodge. When he jumped into the air, Qin Feng grinned. Idiot, these white lights are not lethal to you. You also like to play with swords. Coincidentally, I also like to play with swords. Buzz. The sky splitter axes in Qin Feng's hand suddenly disappeared and an orange true steel sword appeared. The true steel sword pierced through the air. An orange light streaked across the sky and shot into Zhang Yunqing's forehead like a meteor. Poochie. Zhang Yunqing, who had just jumped into the air, could not dodge at all. His body suddenly became stiff. For a moment, it was as if he was frozen in the air. His eyes were wide open and filled with shock. Until death, Zhang Yunqing could not accept the fact that he was killed by Qin Feng, who had just broken through to stage 5 inner qi. Bang! A mist of blood shot out from between Zhang Yunqing's eyebrows. Then, his head exploded. At the same time, the Hedonist Sovereign System's notification sounded. Qin Feng had killed a stage 6 inner qi martial artist and received a reward of 2,000 Hedonist points. Qin Feng never showed mercy to his enemies. He would kill those who deserved to die. After Zhang Yunqing died, Qin Feng did not even look at him. He immediately picked up the true steel sword and chased after Bamboo Rain. Bamboo Rain's speed was the fastest out of Yun Bin's group of 3. This guy's short stature was like a small cannonball. In just a few moves, he became a small blacked in Qin Feng's eyes. He was so blurry that he almost couldn't be seen. Qin Feng was halfway through the chase when a violent aura surged behind him. He looked back and saw that Monk Yuanqing had already caught up to Qin Feng with a sinister look on his face. Fuck you. Let's see where you can run to. Great Thunder Palm. Boom. Monk Yuanqing was completely enraged by Qin Feng's words. He did not pretend anymore and was prepared to capture Qin Feng. He was going to torture Qin Feng to get his treasures. His palm fell, and the air around him trembled. Qin Feng was immediately wrapped up by a ball of air, and it made it hard for him to breathe. His speed also slowed down. Monk Yuanqing leaped up and caught up to Qin Feng. He slammed his palm towards Qin Feng's chest again. Damn it, you old bald donkey, die. Monk Yuanqing's great thunder palm was too powerful. Qin Feng barely managed to block it, so he did not dare to take it a second time. He threw the Sky Splitter at Yuanqing and used his mind to activate the Battle Axe's hidden attribute, Sky Splitter. The Sky Splitter and the Sacred Azure Battle Armor were both blue-grade spiritual weapons. They both had a hidden attribute. The Sacred Azure Battle Armor's hidden attribute was 6 senses, and the Sky Splitter's hidden attribute was Sky Splitter. After activating Sky Splitter, the Sky Splitter can grow once in half an hour. Rumble. As soon as Qin Feng used his mind, the two axes suddenly grew in size in mid-air. Qin Feng was now a stage 5 inner qi expert, so the Sky Splitter axes grew to the size of 2 bicycles. They smashed towards Monk Yuanqing at lightning speed, bringing with them waves of violent aura. Monk Yuanqing was shocked. Fuck your ancestors. What the fuck are you doing? Great Thunder Palm. The Sky Splitter axes suddenly grew in size, and the hidden aura also increased by a few times. Monk Yuanqing's original palm strike had already been cancelled out by the Sky Splitter axes, so he hurriedly slammed his palms twice. Monk Yuanqing, who was a stage 8 inner qi expert, found it hard to endure the high-intensity continuous palm strikes. His face turned slightly pale. The 2 palm strikes were so powerful that they actually knocked the Sky Splitter axes back. Haha, old bald donkey. I'll chop you to death if you keep being so arrogant. Qin Feng leaped up and grabbed the axes. He swung them down in mid-air as if he was fighting with 2 bicycles. His stance shocked the Yin Yang Elders and the Ghost-Face Mountain Man, Sky Burning Blaze. The enlarged Heaven Splitter axe combined with the raging flaming Heaven Burning art cultivation technique had a surging aura. The 2 long dragons also became taller and mightier. The wind blew in all directions, sweeping Monk Yuanqing into a cloud of dust. Rumble. Chapter 525. Rumble. Rumble. The range of the dust whirlwind grew larger and larger, and it felt like it was about to form a small hurricane. Explosions rang out from the hurricane, and the dust that filled the sky made the Shaolin disciples unable to open their eyes. Qin Feng also strenuously looked inside the hurricane, but he couldn't see Monk Yuanqing's current situation. You bald donkey, I don't believe that I can't hack you to death. Qin Feng felt that there was still a surge of qi in the hurricane. It was obviously Monk Yuanqing's qi, which meant that he was still alive. Monk Yuanqing was a stage 8 inner qi expert. If Qin Feng killed him, he would directly receive a reward of 8,000 hedonist points. Qin Feng couldn't let him go. Sky Burning Flames technique. Qin Feng held 2 battle axes the size of bicycles in his hands and leaped into the air. His appearance and posture seemed a bit ridiculous, and it stunned the young elders. The two axes chopped down, and immediately, two long dragons whizzed through the air. They quickly rushed into the small hurricane and made ear-piercing sounds of the wind breaking. After the sky splitter became bigger, its weight also multiplied. With Qin Feng's current strength, it was a bit strenuous to use it. After only 2 strikes, Qin Feng felt that all the qi in his body had been sucked dry. If he hadn't eaten a blood qi pill to replenish his qi, he would have passed out from excessive qi circulation. Boom! Qin Feng's body directly fell from the air and fell to the ground. He was so tired that he didn't even have the strength to get up. He hurriedly sat cross-legged and quickly recovered the qi in his body. At this time, the small hurricane in the distance continued to explode. The originally gray hurricane flashed with specks of golden light. After the golden light appeared, it quickly shot out in all directions, and the light was bright. It was similar to the cold light that Qin Feng used to stab Yun Bin with the solitary 9 swords. Invincible golden body. Monk Yuanqing's angry voice came from the hurricane. Qin Feng swung his axe twice in a row, but he actually couldn't kill Monk Yuanqing. The golden light in the small hurricane illuminated the surrounding space, and it was as dazzling as a scorching sun. Monk Yuanqing put his palms together and walked out of the hurricane unhurriedly. He directly ignored the strong explosion caused by the hurricane hitting his body, and he looked like an invincible golden Buddha. Ayayaya, you damned bald donkey, get out of my way. The sudden burst of golden light caused Ghost-Face Mountain Man to go crazy. When the golden light shone on him, it caused the black mist around him to quickly dissipate, directly suppressing his strength. Ghost-Face Mountain Man leapt up and arrived behind Yuanqing. He slapped out with his palm, and a ball of black mist flame shot towards Yuanqing. Dark corpse burning palm. Rumble. The huge black mist fireball smashed onto Yuanqing's back. Yuanqing still didn't dodge and wasn't injured at all. The golden light on his body was still so bright that Qin Feng couldn't even open his eyes. This was the first time Qin Feng fought with a Stage 8 Inner Qi Master. Only now did he realize Monk Yuanqing's true strength. Seeing this scene, the Shaolin Temple disciples were already dumbfounded. Qin Feng and Ghost-Face Mountain Man didn't know why Yuanqing suddenly became so durable. It was practically an indestructible body, but the Shaolin Temple disciples knew very well. Indestructible Golden Body was a mystic-level skill that the Shaolin Temple didn't teach to outsiders. It was also the highest-level skill in the Shaolin Temple. Once released, Yuanqing's defense would increase by several times, and he would have the effect of an indestructible body. However, this cultivation method also had a huge drawback. When it was used, it would forcefully release all the inner qi in Monk Yuanqing's body, causing his dantian to become empty. If he was in this state for a long time, it would be a serious obstacle to Monk Yuanqing's future breakthrough. His strength might even stop at his current realm forever, unable to continue improving. This skill was a life-saving trump card. He wouldn't use it unless he had no other choice. Qin Feng, you son of a bitch, you forced me to use this self-destructive skill. I'll make you die a horrible death. Almost no one could block Yuanqing's explosive power. He wouldn't feel anything when hit, and you wouldn't be able to withstand a casual slap from him. When Ghost-Face Mountain Man realized something was wrong, he hid far away and didn't dare to approach Yuanqing. Qin Feng ran with all his might. He released the weight of the sacred azure battle armor, and coupled with hyper-intuition, Qin Feng was as fast as a speeding sports car. He changed dozens of places in the blink of an eye. How could Yuanqing let Qin Feng go so easily? He chased after him. This old man was a Stage 8 Inner Qi martial artist. Now that he had activated his indestructible golden body, his speed had increased a lot, and he was rapidly closing the distance between him and Qin Feng. Young freaks, are you guys going to watch me die? If I really die, don't even think about living. Seeing that Yuanqing was about to catch up to him, Qin Feng quickly put on the sacred azure battle armor, took out the 2 battle axes the size of bicycles, and threw them behind him. Sky-burning blaze. The twin dragons emerged from the sea had extraordinary momentum. Facing the powerful attack, Yuanqing put his palms together and didn't dodge. He let the twin dragons hit his chest. Boom. The twin dragons seemed to have come to life as they attacked Yuanqing with their claws and fangs. Yuanqing's body emitted loud noises, but the attacks didn't cause any substantial damage to him. Yuanqing only took a few steps back before he resumed his pursuit of Qin Feng. Damn it! This old bald donkey is invincible. How am I supposed to fight him? Seeing this, Qin Feng felt hopeless. He didn't know that a Stage 8 Inner Qi expert was so powerful. A Stage 7 Inner Qi expert couldn't even be compared to them. Qin Feng had just killed a Stage 6 Inner Qi expert, Zhang Yunqing, and defeated a Stage 7 Inner Qi expert, Yun Bin, with ease. However, facing a Stage 8 Inner Qi expert like Yuanqing, Qin Feng found it difficult to deal with him. This made Qin Feng realize the huge difference between their realms. If a Stage 8 Inner Qi expert was this powerful, then how powerful would a Stage 9 Inner Qi expert be? The plains were filled with Qin Feng's grumbling and Yuanqing's curses with a Sichuan accent. The Young elders and the people from Ghostface Mountain were watching the battle. Seeing Qin Feng being chased around, the two elders were indescribably excited. They had been scammed by Qin Feng today. Not only did they offend the people from the Verdant sect, they even offended 3 of the 5 great sects of China. Right now, the Young elders wished that Yuanqing could slap Qin Feng to death with a single palm strike. But when they thought about how they wouldn't be able to live for long after Qin Feng died, they couldn't help but rush towards Qin Feng with sullen expressions. Why did you provoke this bald donkey for no reason? Don't you know that the most shameless person in this world is a monk? The Young elders complained as soon as they arrived at Qin Feng's side. Grand Thunder Palm. Rumble. Monk Yuanqing launched another palm strike. The Young elders braced themselves and blocked the attack for Qin Feng. Elder wielded the Chong Ling sword and brandished it, forming layers of ice walls in the air. Yang Elder wielded the 2-meter-long Overlord slash and brandished it, stirring up balls of intense flames. With the orange-grade spiritual equipment, the Young Elder's strength had increased significantly. Coupled with Qin Feng's Skysplitter axe, the 3 attacks landed on Yuanqing's body at the same time, creating loud noises. Monk Yuanqing was forced to retreat again and again under such a strong and dense attack. The dazzling golden light on his body gradually dimmed. His invincible body had actually been beaten until it was deformed. Haha, this bald donkey can't hold on any longer. Let's increase the intensity of our attacks. Elder shouted excitedly when he saw the changes in Yuanqing's body. He and Young Elder had a tacit understanding of each other. They swung their swords at Yuanqing from the left and right. One side was filled with ice, while the other was filled with raging flames. A bloody mist spat out from Monk Yuanqing's mouth. The inner qi in his body had been exhausted, and it wasn't enough to support the normal circulation of the indestructible golden body technique. Now that his body had recovered, he was severely injured. Seeing that Yuanqing couldn't hold on any longer, the Shaolin disciples hurried to help. Qin Feng seized this golden opportunity and used the last of his strength to swing his axes down from the sky. Rumble. The twin dragons slammed into Yuanqing's body and sent him flying. He spat out a mouthful of blood in midair. The golden light on Yuanqing's body disappeared completely, and he fell unconscious on the ground. The Shaolin disciples went to help Yuanqing up and tried to escape. Qin Feng wasn't willing to let Yuanqing go. This was a reward of 8,000 hedonist points. He swung a wind blade and a white light flashed, disappearing between Yuanqing's eyebrows. Ding! Host Qin Feng has killed a Stage 8 Inner Qi martial artist. The system rewards host Qin Feng 8,000 hedonist points. The system notification sounded, and Qin Feng instantly gained 8,000 hedonist points. As soon as Yuanqing died, the Shaolin disciples ran away in fear. They didn't even want Yuanqing's body anymore. Ghostface Mountain Man was also dumbfounded. He thought that Monk Yuanqing was very arrogant and wanted to watch Qin Feng and the others fight it out with him. Then, he would reap the benefits. He didn't think that the old bald donkey would be like a crossbow with a strong bow. He died before they could even fight twice. Kakik, I'll remember you 3 stinking brats. I'll definitely look for you in the future and take your lives. The Young Elder's strength could not be underestimated. And now that Ghostface Mountaineer found that Qin Feng was also an expert, Ghostface Mountaineer had no confidence in defeating the three of them working together. As such, he leapt into the air and quickly left with a black fog around him. The plains where martial artists gathered became deserted again. Only Qin Feng and the Young Elders were left. Qin Feng had exhausted all of his inner qi in the battle just now, so he hurriedly sat on the ground and began to recover. The Young Elders glared at Qin Feng with cold eyes. Both of them wanted nothing more than to kill Qin Feng with a single palm strike, but without the antidote, they didn't dare to make a move. In the end, they became Qin Feng's two guardians, standing on either side of him. Whoosh! Chapter 526. Hey, why are you looking at us like that? Are you out of your mind? Qin Feng's expression was strange. He stared at the Young Elders with a lascivious smile on his face. What's wrong with looking? Why don't you let me touch you? Qin Feng had just eaten the blood qi pill, so the angel grass mixed in the pill took effect. Qin Feng lost control of his mind. Touch my ass. I'm warning you. If you dare to play any tricks, I'll kill you with one slap. Eldarine gnashed his teeth in anger, and Elder Yang was so disgusted that he wanted to vomit. He added, Brat, we've already done what you asked us to do. Hurry up and hand over the antidote, and we'll write off our grievances. Let's not provoke each other in the future. At this moment, Qin Feng also felt that there was something wrong with his mind. He actually subconsciously wanted to push down the Young freaks before him. This thought almost scared Qin Feng to death. He suddenly remembered that when he massacred the Sima family, he also had the same evil thought about Elder Sima. Qin Feng started to doubt his sexual orientation. Was there something wrong with him? Elder Yang, don't be so mean. I'll definitely give you the antidote. Since we have nothing to do now, why don't we take off our clothes and sit down to study each other's bodies? Qin Feng's eyes were misty, and he couldn't control his thoughts anymore. The Young Elders' pupils shrank. They looked at Qin Feng as if he was a monster. After a while, Yin Elder couldn't take it anymore. He slapped Qin Feng with his palm and said, Fuck, I've had enough. Boom. As the palm fell, ice condensed and froze Qin Feng's feet, making it impossible for him to escape. The icy chill traveled from Qin Feng's feet to his brain, causing him to shiver. His gradually fading consciousness came back bit by bit. Hey, why are you freezing my legs? Do you want the antidote or not? After Qin Feng recovered, he even forgot what he said before. The Young Elders were really confused by Qin Feng. How did this guy suddenly become normal again? Qin Feng, stop trying to play tricks. Hurry up and give me the antidote, Eldarine said coldly with a sullen face. Let me go first. I'll give you the antidote now, Qin Feng shouted shamelessly. Humph. If you don't want to take it, then I'll look for it myself. Eldarine wasn't willing to let Qin Feng go. He leaped to Qin Feng's side and started searching Qin Feng's pockets. The effect of the cold on Qin Feng slowly disappeared, and his consciousness was slowly being consumed by the angel grass. He suddenly touched Elder Yin's chest and squeezed it. Eldarine, your chest muscles are so big. I feel so safe when I touch them. I don't want the antidote anymore. Let's die together. Elder Yin dodged Qin Feng as if he had been electrocuted. He swung his palm at Qin Feng's head. He was utterly disgusted by Qin Feng. He didn't know that Qin Feng had such a wicked hobby. Eldarine, you can't. Upon seeing this, Elder Yang quickly pushed Eldarine. The ice that Elder Yin had placed on Qin Feng's forehead froze on Qin Feng's waist. Phew. Elder Yin, if he dies, we won't be able to live either. Don't be foolish. After stopping Elder Yin, Elder Yang still felt a lingering fear. Elder Yin had almost killed Qin Feng just now. The Young Elders didn't know what to do when they saw Qin Feng's half-frozen body. Fuck. You two old monsters. I told you to melt the ice on my legs. Why did you freeze my body too? I think you don't want the antidote anymore, do you? The new cold woke Qin Feng up. He glared at the Young Elders angrily. The Young Elders' mouths twitched, and they were so angry that they couldn't speak. Seeing that the Young Elders were unmoved, Qin Feng took out his spear of rat halos, bought a flame bomb, and started to melt the ice on his body. The Young elders watched Qin Feng burn the fire and couldn't be bothered with him. Qin Feng finally melted the ice on his body. He glared at the Young elders angrily. "You too, come here. The antidote is on me. You can take it yourself." "Ayaya, Elder Yang, don't stop me. Just let me kill this brat. A gentleman prefers death to humiliation." Elder Yin was so angry that he wanted to slap Qin Feng again. Elder Yang immediately hugged Elder Yin from behind. Qin Feng looked at the duo's strange behavior and wondered if their brains were damaged because of the poison in their bodies. The reason why Qin Feng asked the Young elders to find the antidote on him was because they still had the Soul Rush Sword and Overlord Slash. Qin Feng wanted to get closer to them and put the two orange-grade spiritual weapons back into the system. Then, he could continue to stall the two old men. "Hey, I'm giving you the antidote out of kindness. What's wrong with you? Hurry up and take it from me. Haven't you two been in a hurry to get the antidote?" Qin Feng glared at Elder Yin. He didn't know what was wrong with him. "Take it, my ass. I'll kill you with one slap." Elder Yin didn't expect Qin Feng to be so shameless. He touched him once and wanted to trick him into touching him a second time. Elder Yin was so disgusted that he couldn't eat for 3 days when he recalled Qin Feng touching his muscles with a lustful look on his face. Bang! Bang! Elder Yin was furious. He slapped Qin Feng a few times, and dozens of ice blades formed from cold air pierced towards Qin Feng. Fortunately, Qin Feng was wearing the sacred azure battle armor, so he was fine after being hit a few times. "You old monster, how dare you hit me? If you don't want the King of Poison's antidote, then forget it. Elder Yang, come, I'll give you an antidote." Qin Feng was so angry that he spent 1,000 hedonist points to purchase the real antidote for the King of Poison from the system. He threw a bottle of light blue liquid to Elder Yang. Elder Yang caught the bottle, and Elder Yin stopped. He looked at the antidote in Elder Yang's hand with a surprised expression. "Did this brat really give you the antidote? It's not poison, is it?" "Qin Feng, are you sure this is the antidote for the King of Poison?" Elder Yang looked at Qin Feng suspiciously. Qin Feng was so cunning that even the Young elders, the two old foxes, had to be wary of him. "You'll know after you eat it." Qin Feng was speechless at the Young elders. In order to get the antidote, the two of them had chased him for an entire day. Even after giving Elder Yang a bottle of the real antidote, they still didn't dare to eat it. "What if I die from eating it?" Elder Yang asked. "If you die, ask your good friend to kill you. I'll take revenge for you. If you think it's poison, give it back to me," Qin Feng said impatiently. The Young elders looked at each other and felt that Qin Feng's words made sense. After hesitating for a moment, Elder Yin nodded at Elder Yang. Elder Yang didn't hesitate anymore. He crushed the bottle and swallowed the blue liquid inside. A warm stream of qi immediately flowed through Elder Yang's body. The qi flowed into Elder Yang's meridians, quickly absorbing and dissolving the King of Poison's venom. Soon, Elder Yang's face revealed a look of ecstasy as he swung the Overlord chop. Boom! The 2-meter-long Overlord Slash fell mightily. A wave of fire landed on the ground and burned the grass on the ground, revealing a large area of black glue and knife marks. "Elder Yang, is the King of Poisons in your body really cured?" Elder Yin shouted excitedly when he felt Elder Yang's aura. Elder Yang was also excited. He nodded and said, "Yes, this antidote is real. Qin Feng, give us another bottle." "Don't worry, Elder Yin and I will leave as soon as we get the antidote. We'll mind our own business from now on." Qin Feng didn't believe Elder Yang's nonsense. He knew that if he gave Elder Yin the antidote, the two of them would kill him. Although Qin Feng thought so, he smiled and said, "Of course. Come here, both of you. I have another bottle of antidote with me. You can take it yourselves." Earlier, Qin Feng told the Young elders to take the antidote, but they didn't believe him. Now that the poison in Elder Yang's body was cured, the two of them quickly walked over with their spiritual weapons. Buzz! As the Young elders approached Qin Feng, the spiritual weapons in their hands suddenly buzzed. The two of them felt that their hands were empty. The orange-grade spiritual weapons in their hands had disappeared. "Huh, where's my Yinyue blade? Where's my longsword? Where did it go?" The Young elders were dumbfounded. They looked at each other with their eyes wide open. As members of the poison sect, they knew many ultimate moves. Those ultimate moves were very strange, but what happened now was even stranger than anything they had seen before. Hey, why did you hide the spiritual weapons I gave you? I already said I gave them to you, and I won't take them back. What kind of person do you think I am? Qin Feng put away the spiritual weapons and glared at the Yin Young elders. The Yin Young elders felt wronged. They also wanted to know where the spiritual weapons went. Since you think I'm a despicable person, I don't want to give you a second bottle of antidote. Hurry up and leave. Qin Feng put on a heartbroken expression and acted like it was real. Elder Yin was dumbfounded. He looked at Elder Yang and realized that Elder Yang's expression was even more dumbfounded than him. The two of them quickly looked around, but they couldn't find the spiritual weapons. That's not right. The spiritual weapons were clearly in my hands. How did they suddenly disappear? Qin Feng, did you do something? Elder Yin's eyes lit up and suddenly looked at Qin Feng. He had fought with Qin Feng many times, and he realized that Qin Feng's weapons always appeared out of thin air. It was said that there were special ability users in America who were trained to dig. There was a type of void ability user who could make things appear out of thin air. They could even make a car disappear in an instant. This ordinary magic was too different. Could Qin Feng be a void ability user? Elder Yin quickly shook his head. As far as he knew, there was no such thing in Huaxia. Chapter 527. Elder Yang, did you hide the spiritual weapon? Hurry up and take it out. Since Qin Feng is no match for both of us, what are you afraid of? Elder Yin was a little anxious as he watched Qin Feng's figure getting further and further away. Elder Yang stared at Elder Yin with a strange expression and yelled, "Fuck! Why would I hide it? I know Qin Feng is no match for us. I thought you hid it." The Yin Yang elders looked at each other with suspicion in their eyes. After a while, they sighed. They believed that Qin Feng did not hide the spiritual weapon because there was nowhere to hide it. Fuck. Qin Feng must have taken the spiritual weapon. He's trying to trick us. Elder Yin suddenly let out a strange cry and hurriedly chased after Qin Feng. Elder Yang hesitated for a moment before he also followed. Qin Feng knew he could not escape, so he did not plan to run away. Qin Feng, stop right there. Elder Yin appeared in front of Qin Feng in a few breaths' time and blocked his way. You took my spiritual weapon. What else do you want? Qin Feng stared at Elder Yin angrily. Stop pretending. We didn't take your spiritual weapons. You must have hidden them away. Elder Yin's gaze was unfriendly. He stared at Qin Feng as if he was afraid that Qin Feng would run away. Heh, you said I hid a spiritual weapon? That Overlord Slash is more than 2 meters long. Tell me, where did I hide it? In my crotch? Do you want me to take off my pants for you to see? Qin Feng said, and was about to take off his pants. Elder Yin was disgusted by Qin Feng's groping. He quickly stopped Qin Feng. Don't take it off. Otherwise, I'll kill you with my palm. Qin Feng was just trying to scare Elder Yin. He was still clear-headed, so Elder Yin would not let him see Qin Feng's pants. Then you admit that you hid the spiritual weapon. Why are you still looking for me? Get out of my way. Although Elder Yin suspected that Qin Feng had taken the spiritual weapon, he had no evidence to prove it. Therefore, Elder Yin had no choice but to put the matter aside and ask for the antidote from Qin Feng. You can leave if you want. Give me the antidote, and you can leave any time you want. That's impossible. Your actions hurt me too much. I'd rather throw away the remaining bottle of antidote than give it to you, Qin Feng said unyieldingly. Then I'll kill you with a slap. Elder Yin stretched out his skinny hand and started to threaten Qin Feng. Qin Feng's expression did not change. He straightened his neck and yelled, "Do it now if you have the guts. Whoever doesn't dare to do it is a coward." Qin Feng was certain that Old Yin wouldn't kill him unless he didn't want to live anymore. Seeing how shameless Qin Feng was, Old Yin was so angry that he felt like his lungs were going to explode, but he couldn't do anything to him. You're not filming? Then get out of the way. Don't be a dog blocking the way. Qin Feng pushed Elder Yin away. Elder Yin was so angry that he blew his beard and glared at Qin Feng. Elder Yang rushed over and stopped Qin Feng. Qin Feng, It's our fault for stealing the spiritual weapon. I apologize to you on behalf of Elder Een. Give us the antidote, and we'll be strangers from now on. Elder Yang started to plead with Qin Feng. In his heart, he was thinking of burning Qin Feng to death as soon as he got the antidote. Do you think I'm stupid? If I give you the remaining antidote, you'll turn around and burn me to death, Qin Feng said bluntly as he rolled his eyes at Elder Yang. The corner of Elder Yang's mouth twitched. He smiled awkwardly. Why would I do that? You know very well whether I would do that or not. Don't coax me like I'm a 3-year-old. If you really want the remaining bottle of antidote, then I want to hear the news that the Li family of Yunhai City has been annihilated before tonight. When Qin Feng put away the spiritual weapon, he came up with a series of plans. He realized that using the Yin-Yang elders as his underlings was very effective. Both of them were stage 7 inner Qi demon cultivators, and they could do a lot of things for Qin Feng. Qin Feng, don't push your luck. Yin Elder gnashed his teeth and glared at Qin Feng. Although the Li family of Yunhai City was not considered a big deal in the martial arts world, it was still a city-level family. They couldn't be annihilated so easily. Then there's nothing to talk about. I'll be leaving first. Qin Feng had an indifferent attitude as he walked around Elder Yang. He was still cursing the woman in black in his heart. Why did she have to destroy his BMW? Now, he had to walk back. What if you're playing with us? Although Elder Yang was filled with anger, he couldn't let it out. When have I ever lied to you? I've already given you a bottle of antidote, Qin Feng said. But you promised to give me 2 bottles, Elder Yang retorted. That's because you hid the spiritual weapon. This made me very angry, so I changed my mind. Damn it, I didn't hide your spiritual weapon. Elder Yang was anxious. He really didn't hide it. Qin Feng shrugged nonchalantly. He pointed at Yin Elder and said, then, he hid it. Yin Elder rolled his eyes and almost fainted from anger. Elder Yang was afraid that Yin Elder would kill him if Qin Feng continued to talk, so he compromised. Fine. We'll find you after we annihilate the Li family of Yunhai City. If you still don't give us the antidote, we'll capture you and bring you to the poison sect. We'll soak you in a poisonous vat and use poisonous bugs to devour your flesh and blood every day. You'll wish you were dead. Fine. I'll be leaving then. I'll wait for your good news. Qin Feng didn't care about Elder Yang's threat at all. He walked away with a smile on his face. This time, the Yin-Yang elders didn't stop him. They stared at Qin Feng's back for a while with gritted teeth. Finally, they turned into 2 black gusts of wind and rushed toward the Li family of Yunhai City. Once the Yin-Yang elders left, Qin Feng released Flaming Dragon Horse. He rode on the tall, fiery red steed and galloped across the vast plain. Qin Feng originally wanted to go to the small village that was full of spiritual energy to take a look, but after the incident of the martial arts world hunting him down, Qin Feng didn't plan to stay here any longer. If another martial artist from another sect came after him, Qin Feng wasn't confident that he could escape unscathed. Flaming Dragon Horse galloped as fast as lightning and disappeared into the distance with Qin Feng in no time. At this time, a beautiful figure appeared at the scene of the battle. She frowned when she saw the corpses lying on the ground and the obvious traces of a fight on the ground. She hurriedly rushed toward the small village not far away. Qin Feng returned Flaming Dragon Horse to the system when he arrived near Hepping Town. If he rode this horse on the streets, it would definitely make the headlines the next day. Qin Feng felt hot all over when he arrived at the county town. His gaze uncontrollably fell on every woman who passed by on the streets. He had the urge to pounce on them. Qin Feng realized that there was something wrong with his body, so he immediately found a hotel and booked a room. After returning to his room, Qin Feng locked the door and lay on the bed, gasping for air. In a private residence in Acropolis City, Liu Chun returned home after work. She took off her business suit and black stockings and lay on the bed in a thin nightgown. Liu Chun was alone at home. She had nothing to do every time she returned home. She was bored, so she scrolled through her moments to see if Qin Feng had any recent updates. However, there was nothing. Sigh. Liu Chun tossed her phone aside. She was about to die of boredom. Suddenly, she remembered the strange blood-red pill that Qin Feng had given her. Liu Chun could still vividly remember Qin Feng's lecherous expression at that time. He said with a grin, "After you eat this pill, There will be unexpected effects. Liu Chun took out the blood chi pill and examined it curiously. The entire room was filled with a rich medicinal aroma. Unable to resist her curiosity, Liu Chun swallowed the pill. The blood chi pill melted in her mouth and tasted sweet. Liu Chun didn't even take a bite before the pill disappeared. What kind of pill is this? Is Qin Feng trying to harm me? Liu Chun became nervous after eating the blood chi pill. She regretted it when she recalled Qin Feng's frivolous behavior. However, she couldn't spit it out even if she wanted to. Liu Chun leaned against the headboard nervously, feeling the subtle changes in her body. Time passed slowly. She felt a warm flow of air coursing through her body, making her body hotter and hotter. It's so hot. Why is it so hot all of a sudden? No, I have to take off my clothes. Liu Chun couldn't stand the heat. She stripped herself naked, but she still felt hot all over. She couldn't help but press her jade-like hands on her breasts. Liu Chun's body felt like it had been electrocuted. She let out a soft moan. This action startled even herself, but there was a subconscious in Liu Chun's mind that made her continue to explore her body. A wonderful sense of satisfaction filled Liu Chun, making her slowly sink into it. I can't take it anymore. Who should I look for? Qin Feng. I have to video call him. After an unknown amount of time, Liu Chun's eyes became empty. She instinctively took out her phone and video called Qin Feng. In the Hepping Town Hotel, Qin Feng had already taken off his clothes. He wanted to find a woman to take care of himself. Suddenly, his phone rang. He didn't think much and answered the call. Instantly, Liu Chun's coquettish figure appeared on the screen. Qin Feng was burning with passion. Qin Feng, want me? Liu Chun was not surprised when she saw Qin Feng's muscles. Instead, she was excited. Liu Chun? Is this girl crazy? Qin Feng was still somewhat conscious. When he saw Liu Chun touching herself, he was dumbfounded. Liu Chun's figure was perfect, especially her long legs. They were slender, straight, and fair. Qin Feng's mouth was dry. Qin Feng, move too. Hurry up. Liu Chun moaned seductively as she touched herself. Qin Feng reacted immediately. He didn't think too much. He put his phone in position and began to respond to Liu Chun. Chapter 528. Roar. Following two low roars, Qin Feng and Liu Chun were released at the same time. Their bodies went limp and they fell onto the bed. The effects of the angel grass quickly dissipated, and Qin Feng and Liu Chun regained their consciousness. Liu Chun's expression changed drastically. She looked at the video call that was still going on, and then at Qin Feng's naked body. Liu Chun was so shocked that she almost smashed her phone. Qin Feng had just woken up when he heard a dolphin sound coming from the phone. It felt like the sound was going to shatter his phone screen. Qin Feng looked at Liu Chun, who was clutching her chest and looked like she was going crazy. He suddenly froze. Chun-chin, what are you doing? Why aren't you wearing anything? After Qin Feng asked this question, he felt that it was unnecessary because he realized that he wasn't wearing any clothes. The memories of the two of them going crazy rushed into their minds. When Qin Feng recalled it, he was immediately dumbfounded. Although he really wanted to do it with Liu Chun, he knew Liu Chun. Why would this woman take the initiative to call him to play this kind of game? Qin Feng, you're too shameless. I don't want to see you ever again, Liu Chun roared, and the video was turned off. Liu Chun threw her phone away, her chest heaving in anger. She finally understood now. No wonder Qin Feng said this pill would have an unexpected effect. It was actually an aphrodisiac. Rumble. In a fit of anger, Liu Chun used all the strength in her body. The phone that she threw directly exploded on the wall, smashing a small hole in the hard concrete wall. This scared Liu Chun silly. Boo-hoo, you even bully me with your cell phone. Qin Feng, you'll die a horrible death. Liu Chun thought that the phone had smashed a small hole in the wall, so she grabbed a bottle of skincare oil from the table and smashed it again. Bang! With a loud bang, the bottle of skincare oil shattered into pieces and a small hole appeared in the wall. This time, Liu Chun was really scared. She knew that her strength wasn't that great. No matter how much strength she used, it was impossible for her to make a small hole in the wall, right? Moreover, this pit was really not small. Liu Chun even forgot to be angry at Qin Feng. She hurriedly went to the wall and looked carefully. He really smashed a small hole. Is this wall a reinforced concrete wall? Isn't that a little too weak? Liu Chun still couldn't react. She looked at her pink fist and hesitated for a while. In the end, she gritted her teeth and punched the wall. Bang! A muffled sound rang out, and a layer of the wall's skin fell off. But Liu Chen's tender fist was completely fine. Qin Feng is mad at me, the cell phone is mad at me, and now even this wall is shoddy. Are you trying to kill me? Tomorrow, I'm going to complain to the developer. How can this kind of shoddy construction be so expensive? Liu Chun was so angry that her breasts were trembling. Even now, she didn't realize that her strength had increased and her body had become stronger. She still thought that there was a problem with the materials used to build the wall. Liu Chun was extremely angry, but Qin Feng was secretly laughing foolishly. Even though Qin Feng didn't know why Liu Chun would suddenly go crazy and play this kind of game with him, since it had already happened, Qin Feng felt that once he returned to Acropolis City, he would definitely be able to take down Liu Chun. This was a hint from Liu Chun. With a joyful mood, Qin Feng quickly put on his clothes and prepared to return to Acropolis City. At this moment, the phone on the bed suddenly rang. Bing Bing, you miss me, right? The call was from Lu Bingbing. She almost never took the initiative to call Qin Feng. Qin Feng realized that today was a really good day. All kinds of strange things happened. Qin Feng, where are you? Lu Bingbing's voice was cold and a little anxious. I'm in Hepping Town, the small town we did the first time, Qin Feng said with a smile. The other side of the phone was silent for a long time. Then, Lu Bingbing's voice came again. You're not in the provincial capital? Why are you in Hepping Town? It's a long story. Bingbing, why are you looking for me? Qin Feng asked. I want you to come with me to investigate the situation. A few days ago, a group of my subordinates in Acropolis City went to Hepping Town to search for Feng Yun Fun City, but there's no news of them. I suspect that they've been arrested. I didn't expect that Feng Yun Fun City would reopen after being shut down last time. I want you to come with me and check out the situation. Qin Feng didn't expect that Lu Bingbing was worried about this matter. Not long ago, Qin Feng saved Li Tao's life. Bingbing, is the subordinate you mentioned called Li Tao? Huh? How did you know? Oh, didn't I see him when the city was shut down? That's why I remember his name. By the way, is Li Tao a sissy? Qin Feng felt a chill in his heart when he thought of Li Tao. Sissy? No, he's not. When I was working in Acropolis City, he was quite normal. He even pursued me. Lu Bingbing didn't know why Qin Feng asked her these questions. She also didn't know why she told Qin Feng that Li Tao pursued her. It was as if she wanted to make Qin Feng jealous and pay more attention to her in the future. He chased after you? I can't tell. Having seen Li Tao's sissy side, Qin Feng wasn't jealous at all. Lu Bingbing thought Qin Feng would say something, but he didn't. She was a little unhappy. She said coldly, since you're in Hepping Town, help me go to Feng Yun Fun City. Of course, no problem. But you have to promise me something, Qin Feng said with a smile. Lu Bingbing seemed to have guessed what Qin Feng was going to say next. After a moment of silence, she said, you go first. After I save Li Tao and the other victims, the next time we meet, you have to serve me. Qin Feng's smile was unusually vulgar. Lu Bingbing knew Qin Feng was going to say these disgusting things. She immediately yelled coldly, Qin Feng, be serious. I'm talking about serious business. Yeah, I'm talking about serious business too. Qin Feng said seriously. Lu Bingbing knew Qin Feng too well. She was defeated by Qin Feng. After a moment of hesitation, she bit her lip and agreed. Okay, but you have to save them first. Okay, I'll go back to Acropolis City first. I'll find you when I go to the provincial capital, Qin Feng said with a smile. What? Why are you going to Acropolis City now? Go and save them first. Otherwise, I won't agree to your request. Lu Bingbing was anxious. Qin Feng continued with a smile. I've already saved them. I met Li Tao at Feng Yun Fun City and saved him and the other victims along the way. Lu Bingbing was silent for a few seconds. She breathed heavily and said, Qin Feng, You're shameless. Lu Bingbing angrily hung up on Qin Feng. Qin Feng looked unhappy. I'm shameless? I've already saved them. How am I shameless? After hanging up the call with Lu Bingbing, Qin Feng hailed a taxi and rushed back to Acropolis City. Originally, Qin Feng planned to rush to Li Yuqin's home and fight with her for real. However, he couldn't get through to Li Yuqin's phone no matter what, so he could only go to the Royal Hotel. In the hotel, Bai Qing was busy working. She had been promoted to the vice president of the hotel, so she was very busy. Qin Feng didn't disturb Bai Qing. After saying goodbye to her, he went to Presidential Suite 888. After returning to his room, Qin Feng took off his suit shirt and lay comfortably on the bed. During his trip to Hepping Town, he had completed quite a number of quests. Moreover, he had earned quite a number of hedonist points from hunting martial artists. Now, Qin Feng was ready to do some research and purchase some more powerful equipment. Master. Qin Feng's consciousness entered the hedonist sovereign system. Little Pig leaped lightly and landed on Qin Feng's shoulder. Little Pig, how many hedonist points do I have now? Qin Feng asked excitedly. Master, you have a total of 59,000 hedonist points. Little Pig scratched Qin Feng's neck with its pink paws. It was having a lot of fun. Qin Feng looked at the 59,000 hedonist points and was extremely excited. However, he didn't rush to buy the items from the system. Instead, he took out a fiery red pill the size of an egg and examined it carefully. The Fire Spirit Pill was a random reward from the system for completing the third side mission of the Yun Province disturbance. Find out the truth behind the collaboration between the Li family of Yunhai City and the Verdant sect. As soon as Qin Feng took out the pill, a rich medicinal fragrance filled the air. Master, do you want to eat this pill? Little Pig asked, just as Qin Feng was about to eat the Fire Spirit Pill. What's wrong? I can't eat this thing? Qin Feng immediately stopped. That's not it. Little Pig began to explain. The Fire Spirit Pill can allow an orthodox inner chi stage martial cultivator to produce fire attribute demonic energy in their body after taking it, turning them into a fire attribute demonic cultivator. This type of pill is very precious, and many traditional martial cultivators want to obtain a similar elemental spirit pill. However, this type of pill has no effect on Master, because Master can release flames with the Rat Halo's spear. What Little Pig said made sense. Qin Feng raised his eyebrows slightly. The Rat Halo's spear requires the purchase of a flame ball to release a fireball. After all, it's an ability outside of my body. If I eat the Fire Spirit Pill, I'll become a demonic cultivator and become much stronger. Little Pig didn't refute Qin Feng's words. It continued, Master is right. However, if Master completes the fourth side mission of the Yun Province disturbance and forcefully returns to the Yun Province, you'll receive the Myriad Beast spell. That cultivation technique is much more powerful than the Fire Spirit Pill. Qin Feng quickly looked at the fourth side mission of the Yun Province disturbance. Not only was the Myriad Beast spell rewarded, but it was also a set of Blood Demon armor. What's the effect of the Myriad Beast spell? Qin Feng quickly asked. Chapter 529. Dual Attributed Demon Cultivator? That sounds very powerful. Qin Feng muttered. Of course it's powerful. Only true Qi stage martial artists are able to transform the true Qi within their body into various elements, and there are experts who possess both ice and fire attributes. Moreover, not all true Qi stage martial artists are able to transform two or more types of true Qi. Generally speaking, they can only transform one type, unless the martial artist's body condition is very special, or if they have obtained a high-level cultivation technique, only then will there be dual attribute martial artists. Qin Feng had only been on the path of cultivation for half a year, so he was still unclear about many things in the world of martial artists. Moreover, the most powerful enemy Qin Feng had encountered so far was only a Stage 8 inner Qi cultivator. As for true Qi stage martial artists, Qin Feng felt that they were still quite far away from him. After listening to Little Pig's words, Qin Feng finally understood the true use of the Fire Spirit Pill. Fire in one hand and ice in the other. What a wonderful and strange scene. Lil Pig, can that 10,000 beasts technique make me a dual attribute cultivator? Qin Feng asked, eager to try. Master, I already said that this is the system's restriction, so I can't tell you. If you want to know, finish the fourth side mission of Yun Province Disturbance as soon as possible. Although Little Pig didn't answer directly, Qin Feng already understood that the Myriad Beast spell could make him a dual-attributed cultivator. This made Qin Feng extremely excited. One of the Yin-Yang elders was a fire-type demonic cultivator, while the other was an ice-type demonic cultivator. The two of them were usually very arrogant together. When Qin Feng became an ice-type and fire-type dual cultivator, he would definitely scare them to death. After understanding the usage of the fire spirit pill, Qin Feng decided not to eat it anymore. It would be a waste if he just ate it like that. Moreover, a beautiful figure appeared in Qin Feng's mind. Isn't Hua Yin an ice attribute demon cultivator? If she ate this fire spirit pill, she might be able to cultivate her into a dual attribute demon cultivator. Putting aside the matter of the fire spirit pill, Qin Feng's attention returned to the 59,000 hedonist points. With so many hedonist points, Qin Feng could choose some more powerful equipment or superior secret techniques. Qin Feng looked through the list of items between 30,000 and 50,000 in the system. There were tens of thousands of treasures densely packed together, and each treasure had its own special use and function. Qin Feng was dazzled by the number of treasures, and he almost developed a phobia of choice. Master, you already have a blue-grade battle armor and weapon, and with your current hedonist points, you can at most buy a blue-grade support equipment, such as speed-increasing boots or a belt that strengthens your body. These items won't be very helpful to Master's current strength, so I suggest that Master buy a powerful secret manual. The little pig could sense what Qin Feng was thinking, so it came out to help Qin Feng. Little Pig drew a line in the air with its tender little hooves, and the image on the hedonist sovereign system changed. A row of secret manuals between 40,000 and 50,000 hedonist points appeared. There were sword skills, saber skills, staff skills, and special martial skills like Windblade and Vajra esoteric arts. There were more than 100 of them, and Qin Feng couldn't close his mouth. Qin Feng looked at them seriously for a while, and his gaze finally fell on the killer book. This was a black-rank middle-grade secret manual, and the system's price was 30,000 hedonist points. It was 10,000 hedonist points, more than the Heaven-Burning Flames technique. Qin Feng was very clear about the power of the Heaven-Burning Flames technique, and it seemed that the killer book was also an extremely powerful martial skill. Qin Feng selected the killer book and looked at it. Killer book. Cultivation method rank. Black rank middle grade cultivation method introduction. A long-lost demon sect secret manual. In battle, the more enemies the host kills, the more powerful the host will become. There is no upper limit. System price, 30,000 hedonist points. The killer book's introduction was simple, but it made Qin Feng's blood boil with excitement. He thought of the popular KOK game. With the killer book in hand, you can become a pretentious dog. I'll buy it. Qin Feng thought and spent 30,000 hedonist points to purchase the killer book. In the next second, an unfamiliar and vast memory surged into Qin Feng's mind, and he grimaced in pain. Ding! Congratulations, Host Qin Feng, for completing the growth mission. Host Qin Feng has spent more than 100,000 hedonist points to level up to rank 6 hedonist mortal. The system rewards Host Qin Feng 30,000 hedonist points, sky-occupying spirit stone, and time gate. The system's notification rang in Qin Feng's mind. Qin Feng had just spent 30,000 hedonist points to purchase the killer book. He didn't expect that a growth mission would return 30,000 hedonist points to him. Looking at the glowing sky-occupying spirit stone in the system, Qin Feng made a grabbing motion in the air. The pebble-like stone emitting a milky white glow fell into Qin Feng's hand. Master, the sky-occupying spirit stone is a rare, naturally formed jade. It can absorb spiritual chi on its own. Once it's full, Master can use the sky-occupying spirit stone to perform a divination. According to the amount of spiritual chi in this sky-occupying spirit stone, you can only use it once a month. Little Pig said excitedly as it looked at the sky-occupying spirit stone. Qin Feng was deeply shocked by the sky-occupying spirit stone. He didn't expect there to be such a miraculous treasure in this world. Qin Feng held the sky-occupying spirit stone in his hand and started to think about the unknown. He wanted to divine the identity of the two mysterious black-clothed men that appeared in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. He also wanted to divine the identity of Prince William and the man who was wrapped in black cloth when he caught Taoist Rakshasa at Ghost Mountain. He also wanted to divine the number of wives he would have in the future. Qin Feng pondered for a while and came up with a few directions that he wanted to divine. But in the end, he didn't divine any of them. Instead, he divined something else. It was a person that he couldn't forget, a person that he missed dearly. I want to look for Su Ruoro's current situation, Qin Feng thought to himself. The sky-occupying spirit stone suddenly trembled. The milky white light around it shone brightly and condensed into a mirror in the air. The blurry image in the mirror gradually became clearer. It was a place with verdant hills, clear waters, and fragrant flowers. It was as beautiful as a utopia. Butterflies fluttered on the grassy plains. On the opposite cliff, there was a waterfall that plunged 3,000 feet down. In the cave behind the waterfall, there was a beautiful figure. She had an oval face, willow-shaped eyebrows, snow-white skin, and a tall and supple body. She wore a plain long dress and held a peachwood sword in her hand. She was practicing her martial arts behind the waterfall. Ruoro? Qin Feng's pupils shrank as he looked at the fairy-like woman behind the waterfall. She looked so familiar yet strange at the same time. Qin Feng was sure that this woman was Su Ruoro. However, he couldn't figure out how she learned martial arts. Moreover, judging from Su Ruoro's nimble movements, her strength was on par with his. What's going on? This is impossible. There's something wrong with the sky-occupying spirit stone. When he saw Su Ruoro, Qin Feng lost control of his emotions. He punched the sky-occupying spirit stone and sent it flying. The mirror disappeared, and the image in the mirror also disappeared. Little Pig anxiously yelled, "Master, calm down. The image just now must be real. The sky-occupying spirit stone's divination is 100% accurate. It won't change." Impossible. How could Su Ruoro be a martial artist? She was a weak woman before. Where is she? I need to locate her. At first, Qin Feng thought he had forgotten about Su Ruoro, but when he saw her, his memories came flooding back like a tide. Qin Feng wanted nothing more than to fly to Su Ruoro and ask her why she betrayed him and what kind of threat she was under. Master, locating Su Ruoro's location costs 100,000 hedonist points, Little Pig said, a little disappointed. He missed Su Ruoro a little. 100,000? Why is it so expensive? Is Su Ruoro really that powerful? Qin Feng was given a big fright. Little Pig had said that the hedonist points would be awarded based on the strength of the person chosen. What did 100,000 hedonist points mean? Master, it's not because of Su Ruoro's strength. It's because the place she's in is very hidden. The magnetic field is very different from the one we're in now, so it costs a lot of hedonist points to locate her. Qin Feng understood after Little Pig's explanation. Qin Feng had never seen the place shown in the mirror before. Even China's 5A grade natural scenic area wasn't as beautiful as that place. It was like a paradise, a place that didn't eat the food of the mortal world. Qin Feng's mood suddenly sank when he couldn't locate Su Ruoro. He didn't even have the heart to check what the Time Gate's reward was. Master, don't blame me. At least you know that Su Ruoro is still alive. I'm sure that as long as Master continues to become stronger, you'll be able to find her one day and solve all of the mysteries. Seeing Qin Feng's dejected expression, the little pig jumped into his arms and rubbed his face. Qin Feng's gaze slowly became resolute. Little Pig was right. In this world, the strong were respected. Qin Feng sat up again and looked at the hedonist system. Now that Qin Feng was a rank 6 hedonist mortal, the system had opened a new interface. Alchemy Pavilion. HM? Little Pig, why isn't the Alchemy Pavilion open? Qin Feng prepared to open the Alchemy Pavilion interface to examine it, but the interface was gray and couldn't be opened. Master, the hedonist system starts from rank 6 hedonist mortal, and the following interfaces become more and more powerful. Every time Master levels up, he only gains the right to open the corresponding interface. If you want to truly open the interface, you need to spend hedonist points to activate it, Little Pig explained. Qin Feng understood. He gave it a try and found that opening the Alchemy Pavilion interface required 30,000 hedonist points. This was quite expensive. However, Qin Feng had come into contact with quite a few medicinal pills, and he knew that these things were extremely important to cultivators. Moreover, in China, there were very few alchemists, and alchemists above grade 4 were even rarer. As long as Qin Feng opened the Alchemy Pavilion, he would be able to concoct medicinal pills in the future. It seemed that 30,000 hedonist points was worth it. Open. Chapter 530. Ding. Congratulations rank 6 Hedonist Qin Feng for activating the Hedonist Sovereign System's Alchemy Pavilion interface. The system has rewarded Qin Feng with a free natural fire seed. The system's cold voice rang in Qin Feng's mind. A 3-legged cauldron over 3 meters tall stood in front of Qin Feng. The cauldron emitted a faint golden light and was surrounded by dense spiritual qi of heaven and earth. The 3-legged cauldron was very mighty and domineering. There were all sorts of strange runes and patterns carved on the cauldron's body. It emitted an ancient and mysterious aura. The cauldron of heaven and earth. Qin Feng carefully looked around the cauldron. The words Cauldron of Heaven and Earth were carved around the cauldron. This was clearly the name of the cauldron. Master, quickly test out the effects of the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth. Little Pig was pathetically short in front of the 3-meter-tall cauldron of heaven and earth. It ran around the cauldron excitedly. Little Pig, how do I use the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth? Can I start concocting pills now? How about I refine a peerless rank 9 divine pill? I can raise my strength to the true Qi stage and kill all my enemies. Qin Feng was also very excited. Little Pig suddenly stopped and glared at Qin Feng. Master, do you think the system is an idiot? Can you refine the golden pill of 9 transformations just by giving you the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth? Are we going to continue writing this novel? Qin Feng was looked down upon by Little Pig, but he couldn't refute it. Qin Feng felt that Little Pig was right. He didn't want the novel to end so quickly. He hadn't had enough of being the main character. Then how do I refine this thing? Little Pig jumped onto Qin Feng's shoulder and explained, Master, the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth requires a fire seed to refine pills. Different rank pills require different rank fire seeds. The system just gave Master a natural fire seed. Master can put it into the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth. After Little Pig's reminder, Qin Feng remembered that the system had given him a natural fire seed. Qin Feng didn't know what a natural fire seed was, so he followed Little Pig's instructions. With a thought, a ball of fire descended from the sky and fell directly into the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth. Rumble. As the natural fire seed fell, the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth, which was originally quiet and seemed to be in a deep sleep, suddenly emitted a golden light. Clusters of intense flames emerged from the bottom of the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth and burned the mouth of the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth. The Cauldron of Heaven and Earth also slowly began to rotate. The runes and ancient patterns on the body of the Cauldron of Heaven and Earth seemed to have a life of their own. They were so vivid and lifelike that Qin Feng was fascinated by them. Master, don't just stand there like a fool. You need to buy the recipe and ingredients to refine the pill. Right now, there's nothing in the Heaven and Earth cauldron. Even if you wait for a year, nothing will come out. Little Pig's voice rang out. Qin Feng immediately came to his senses. It was said that martial artists were rare in China, and alchemists were even rarer. Qin Feng didn't expect that he would become an alchemist after activating the Hedonist system's alchemy pavilion. The Cauldron of Heaven and Earth was still burning by itself. Qin Feng was excitedly looking through the various pill recipes in the system. He didn't know it before, but he was shocked when he saw them. Grade 2 and below pill recipes all cost at least 1,000 hedonist points, and the more expensive ones cost tens of thousands. Grade 3 and above pill recipes all cost at least 30,000 hedonist points, and there was no upper limit of 100,000 hedonist points. Qin Feng only spent 40,000 to 50,000 hedonist points to buy cultivation methods and spiritual equipment. He didn't expect a pill recipe to be so expensive. It seemed that the hedonist sovereign system was as deceitful as ever. Master, you can only refine grade 1 pills now. You don't need to look at the higher pill recipes. Even if you buy them, you won't be able to refine them. Qin Feng was already deeply shocked, and now Little Pig added another stab to his back. Qin Feng's face was as black as the bottom of a pot. He glared at Little Pig and yelled, "Why can I only refine grade 1 pills now? Is it because my current strength and realm aren't enough?" Of course, refining pills is related to one's strength and realm, but the correlation isn't big. If a stage 4 inner chi master can refine grade 3 pills, a stage 7 inner chi master with low talent might not even be able to refine grade 1 pills, Little Pig explained. The most important requirement for a master alchemist is to have a strong 6 senses. Secondly, there are requirements for the cauldron, fire seed, and medicinal ingredients. Without a good cauldron and a powerful fire seed, it's impossible to refine high-quality pills. Then what are my current limitations? Master, your 6 senses are quite strong. If you activate the sacred azure battle armor's 6 senses unobstructed function, refining pills will be like child's play. However, the cauldron of heaven and earth and the nature fire seed are of lower grade. The elementary cauldron of heaven and earth can refine grade 1 to grade 2 pills, but the nature fire seed gifted by the system can only refine grade 1 pills. Therefore, if Master wants to refine high-quality pills, you'll have to upgrade the cauldron and fire seed. Qin Feng finally understood after Little Pig's explanation. He casually glanced at the system's fire seed interface and discovered that the system only sold the most common nature fire seed. As for upgrading the cauldron of heaven and earth, it was quite expensive. At least, Qin Feng didn't have enough hedonist points to upgrade it. Why doesn't the system sell higher-grade fire seeds? Qin Feng asked in confusion. There are 5 types of fire seeds for refining pills. According to the power and rarity of the fire seeds, they are nature fire seed, demonic chi fire seed, true chi fire seed, myriad beast true fire seed, and mysterious fire seed of heaven and earth. Nature fire seeds are the most common flames in nature, such as the fire of a gas stove or the fire of a lighter. These flames are very common, and the system can easily capture and collect them. As for the other types of fire seeds, they are not easy to capture and must be devoured immediately. The stronger the fire seed, the more self-awareness it will have. If the system devours the fire seed, Master, you won't be able to use it even if you buy it. Qin Feng didn't expect there to be so many magical things in the world. Before he obtained the hedonist sovereign system, he had no access to these things. Now, as Qin Feng grew stronger, the things he came into contact with became richer and richer. There were all kinds of strange things, and Qin Feng was amazed. The system didn't sell other types of fire seeds, and Qin Feng couldn't refine grade 2 and above pills for the time being. Therefore, he chose 2 grade 1 pill formulas from the system. Refreshment pill, a pill that increases one's reflexes and agility in battle. The system sells it for 1,000 hedonist points. Healing pill, quickly heals minor injuries, especially for superficial wounds. The system sells it for 1,000 hedonist points. These 2 pills weren't very useful to Qin Feng, so he bought them to try refining pills. He spent 2,000 hedonist points on them. 2 enormous memories surged into Qin Feng's mind. They were the steps to refine the refreshment pill and the healing pill, as well as some things to take note of. To Qin Feng's relief, when the system sold the 2 pill formulas, it included some medicinal ingredients, which were the ingredients needed to refine the 2 pills. Qin Feng didn't need to buy the medicinal ingredients separately, so he directly threw all the medicinal ingredients for the refreshing pill into the cauldron of heaven and earth. Master, activate the sacred azure battle armor's function. Little Pig reminded. Qin Feng had activated hyper-intuition once when he was fighting against the martial artists in Heppingtown. Fortunately, it was already past midnight, and the sacred azure battle armor's hyper-intuition had recovered. Buzz. Qin Feng activated hyper-intuition with his mind. His reaction speed and sensitivity had increased tenfold. He stretched out his hands, and 2 balls of flames danced in his palms. As he moved his palms, the flames under the cauldron of heaven and earth moved along with him. After obtaining the refreshment pill formula and the cauldron of heaven and earth, Qin Feng, who knew nothing about refining pills, was now very familiar with it. He sat quietly on his bed and used his mind to refine pills in the system. His whole body exuded the tranquil and profound aura of an alchemist. Rumble. After an unknown period of time, an explosion suddenly occurred, and a dozen pills that shone with golden light shot out from the cauldron of heaven and earth. Qin Feng waved his hand, and all the refreshment pills fell into his palm. It smells good. Let's see how it tastes. This was Qin Feng's first time refining pills. He was very excited, so he grabbed 2 refreshment pills and tossed them into his mouth. If those martial artists were to witness this scene, they would definitely want to gouge their own eyes out. Although this refreshment pill was not considered a very precious pill, it was still sold for 100,000 yuan in martial artist town's St. Medic Hall, which was 100 points per bottle. There were only 5 pills in one bottle. Phew! The 2 refreshment pills melted as soon as they entered Qin Feng's mouth. A wave of cool and refreshing spiritual energy spread in Qin Feng's mouth and quickly flowed into every part of his body. Qin Feng, who was a bit tired from refining pills, suddenly felt refreshed. It was a very strange feeling. With the success of refining the refreshment pills, Qin Feng could be considered to have half a foot in the ranks of alchemists. He looked at the sacred azure battle armor and saw that hypersensory still had 10 minutes left. Qin Feng hurriedly threw all the ingredients for the healing pills into the cauldron of heaven and earth, then sat cross-legged and began to refine the healing pills. 10 minutes later, another explosion sounded from the cauldron of heaven and earth, and 15 healing pills flew out. Qin Feng looked at the small, black pills in his hand and was very happy. These 2 consecutive times of refining pills were very successful, which meant that Qin Feng's current ability was more than enough to refine Stage 1 pills. Holy crap! What's going on? After refining the pills, Qin Feng's consciousness exited the hedonist system and returned to the real world. Qin Feng was shocked when he saw his fiery palms. Master, the system gave you a natural fire seed. Not only can you refine pills in the system, Master can also use this fire seed in the real world, Little Pig explained. That's amazing. Doesn't that mean I'm a fire-type demon cultivator? Qin Feng cried out in surprise. You can't be considered a demon cultivator. The flames are triggered by Master's inner chi, so you can only create flames in your palms and attack enemies at close range. You can't release fireballs from a distance like a real fire-type demon cultivator, Little Pig said. Chapter 531. Rumble. Qin Feng's thoughts moved slightly, and the flames on his palms burned even more vigorously. His thoughts disappeared, and so did the flames on his palms. The ability to create fire out of thin air was truly miraculous. Qin Feng started the fire and extinguished it at the same time. Qin Feng, don't worry. I'll go to the washroom to get you some water. While Qin Feng was having fun, Bai Qing finished her work and walked into the presidential suite. Seeing Qin Feng's hands on fire, Bai Qing was so scared that she cried out. She didn't understand how Qin Feng managed to set his hands on fire. Bai Qing didn't have time to ask and hurriedly ran to the washroom. Qing, don't worry. I'm just playing with myself. Seeing that Bai Qing was scared out of her wits, Qin Feng hurriedly extinguished the flames. Bai Qing ran halfway and suddenly stopped. Seeing that there was nothing on Qin Feng's hands, Bai Qing felt like she was deranged. I saw 2 balls of fire just now. Why are they gone? Seeing Bai Qing's silly and adorable appearance, Qin Feng was amused. With a slight thought, 2 balls of fire appeared on his palms with a rumble, and they burned even more fiercely than before. Qin Feng, your hands are burning. Does it hurt? What should I do? What should I do? Bai Qing had just calmed down, but she immediately became anxious again. Seeing the flames on Qin Feng's hands rise more than half a meter high, Bai Qing was scared silly. Hee, I released these flames myself, so they won't burn me. Don't worry. Seeing that he was almost done teasing her, Qin Feng put away the flames. Bai Qing was dumbstruck. She felt that Qin Feng was performing a magic trick. After coming back to her senses, Bai Qing hurriedly threw herself into Qin Feng's arms and grabbed his hands to carefully examine them. Are you really okay? Qin Feng, When did you learn magic? This kind of magic is too dangerous. Don't play it next time. Bai Qing didn't believe that Qin Feng released the flames himself because it completely defied common sense. Qin Feng hugged Bai Qing, who was wearing a black silk uniform, in his arms. His big hands unscrupulously pinched her full breasts and said with a smile, "Okay, I won't play with fire. I'll play with you." "You're so annoying." Bai Qing let out a soft moan. Her delicate body softened, and she directly lay in Qin Feng's arms, allowing Qin Feng to caress her as he pleased. Bai Qing's body twisted, and she reacted very quickly. Her pretty face was so red that water was about to drip out. Qin Feng had been poisoned by the angel grass in Hepping Town, but he had only vented his anger with Li Yuchun through the video call. Now, Qin Feng still had some unvented anger in his heart. Now, he carried Bai Qing onto the big bed, and the two of them were madly entangled. It had been a week since Qin Feng arrived at Yun Province from the capital. In the past week, Qin Feng had done a lot of big things. First, he had crushed the Ma family of Sky City. Then, he had annihilated the Sima family of Acropolis City. After that, he had gone to Ninghai City and overturned the secret base of the Li family and the Verdant sect. He had also killed many martial artists. These incidents had caused a huge reaction in the upper class of society. Qin Feng's reputation had risen once again. He had become an influential figure in the 4 cities of Yun Province. This was especially true in Acropolis City. Qin Feng's title as the hedonistic young master was very well known. 3 months ago, the Qin family was suppressed, and both Qin Feng and Qin Huang went missing. The people of Acropolis City thought that the Qin family had fallen into desolation. Who would have thought that Qin Feng would return triumphantly after 3 short months? He had eradicated all his enemies and stabilized the Qin family's position. "Qin Feng, where are you?" Lin Bei sounded a little anxious on the other side of the phone. "Bei, what's wrong? Did something happen? Where are you? I'll go and find you now." Qin Feng asked hastily. I'm fine. I'm shopping with my mom. I heard the whole street talking about you. They said you destroyed the Sima family and the Feng family of the 5 small families. Are you all right?" Lin Bei's voice was filled with worry. "I'm fine. Have fun shopping with Auntie. I'll go and find you later." Qin Feng comforted Lin Bei. Only then did Lin Bei feel relieved and hung up the phone. Lu Wenjing called again as soon as Qin Feng hung up the phone. "Qin Feng, are you crazy? The customers in Fei Tian Bar are spreading the news that you've caused a ruckus in Acropolis City. They said you've attracted the attention of the higher-ups, and some people are starting to suppress you. Are they telling the truth? Don't tell me you've slept with the daughter of some high-ranking official and refused to admit it. Now, they're taking revenge on you?" Qin Feng was speechless by Lu Wenjing's wild imagination. He curled his lips and said, "Don't mind them. They're just jealous of my talent. They're trying to slander me on purpose. Don't worry, I'm fine." After Lu Wenjing hung up the phone, Su Qiuyu called again. In short, Qin Feng spent the whole morning comforting his woman's emotions. "Qin Feng, what's wrong? What did you do?" Bai Qing had been tossed and turned for the better part of the night, so she hadn't had enough sleep yet. However, early in the morning, Qin Feng's phone rang endlessly. Bai Qing was completely awake from the noise and looked worriedly at Qin Feng. Qin Feng looked at Bai Qing's naked and charming body. He pulled her into his embrace and said calmly, "It's nothing big. It's just that I destroyed 2 families 2 days ago. The news is all over the city now, and everyone's talking about me." "Oh, then it's nothing big." Qin Feng, what did you say? You destroyed 2 big families. Why, you should get dressed and run. I'll take care of this for you. If the police come and ask, I won't say anything even if they beat me to death." Bai Qing was about to lie down and sleep again. She suddenly sat up and stared at Qin Feng with wide eyes. Even Qin Feng jumped in fright. Qing, you scared me to death with your sudden movements." "It's okay. Go back to sleep." Qin Feng caressed Bai Qing's chest fondly. Bai Qing didn't have the mood to care about this. She looked at Qin Feng seriously and said, "Qin Feng, you destroyed 2 families. How can you be okay? You should leave now. I'll take care of the Royal Hotel." Seeing Bai Qing so worried about him, Qin Feng felt a warm current flow in his heart. He hugged Bai Qing and comforted her. Did you forget that I'm a martial artist? The two families I destroyed were also martial artists. The secular world has no right to interfere with the grudges and fights between us. It's fine as long as our actions don't affect the lives of ordinary people. You're a martial artist now. In the future, even if you kill other martial artists, there won't be a problem. Ever since Bai Qing ate the blood chi pill that Qin Feng gave her, she discovered that her skills had become extremely powerful. Until now, she still couldn't accept the changes in her body and strength, and even more couldn't accept that there were still cultivators in the real world. However, after hearing Qin Feng's words, Bai Qing slowly calmed down. She knew that her vision was very narrow. Perhaps what Qin Feng said was true. Bai Qing wasn't as nervous as before. Qing, go back to sleep. I'll wake you up when I leave. Let's go out to eat. Qin Feng comforted Bai Qing and hugged her to sleep in his arms. Bai Qing was really exhausted last night. Now, lying in Qin Feng's warm embrace, she slept very soundly. Seeing that Bai Qing had fallen asleep, Qin Feng's consciousness entered the hedonist system. Little pig, why hasn't the fourth side mission of the Yun province disturbance been completed? Qin Feng asked curiously. The fourth side mission of the Yun province disturbance was to make Qin Feng return to the Yun province with a strong force and intimidate the enemy forces. Now that Qin Feng had made a strong return and annihilated the Sima family, the Li family, and the Feng family, Qin Feng felt that it was time to complete the mission. Master, I think it's because you didn't show enough power to meet the system's evaluation criteria, Little Pig explained. Then what criteria should I meet? The concept of completing this mission is a bit vague, Qin Feng complained. I'm not sure about that. Master, if you show more power to make a strong return, the mission will naturally be completed. After listening to Little Pig's explanation, Qin Feng could only think of a way to make his return more powerful. The reason why Qin Feng wanted to complete this mission was because the reward of the fourth side mission was the Blood Demon Armor and the Myriad Beast spell. Qin Feng didn't know much about the Blood Demon Armor, but the Myriad Beast spell was a treasure that Little Pig said was good. Qin Feng couldn't wait to get it. Make a strong return? Then I'll continue to build momentum and let the entire Yun province's 4 cities know about my return. Qin Feng thought for a while and made a decision. He immediately took out his phone and made a call. Qin Feng, what's up? Su Qiu-yu's voice came from the other end of the phone. She had taken the initiative to call Qin Feng to ask him about the annihilation of his family. Now, Qin Feng called her back. Qiu-yu, how's the news about me in Sky City? Qin Feng asked. It's SOSO. Actually, I didn't learn about your situation from the people here. I've been paying attention to your movements. That's why I knew you had annihilated the Sima and Feng families. After listening to Su Qiu-yu's words, Qin Feng realized that his domineering return wasn't strong enough. He continued, Then I want you to spread the news in Sky City that I, Qin Feng, have conquered the Su family and suppressed the 4 major families of Sky City. I've also defeated the Ma family. Anyway, try to brag about me as much as you can and make my name known. After hesitating for a while, Su Qiu-yu's voice came from the other end of the phone. Are you sure? Yes. Just do as I say. It's a long story. I'll explain it to you when I have the time, said Qin Feng. Okay. Take care of yourself. I'll go and get ready. Su Qiu-yu hung up the phone. She was still puzzled. She didn't know what Qin Feng wanted to do. However, Su Qiu-yu's personality had always been like this. Moreover, she was Qin Feng's woman now. Su Qiu-yu only needed to do as Qin Feng said. Chapter 532. Long Hair. How's the reorganization of the Feng group? Qin Feng asked. Young Master Qin, ever since you gave me the blood chi pill and helped me break through to become a martial artist, my strength has increased greatly. Now, Acropolis City has been unified by the Feng group, and I've wiped out all the disobedient small forces by myself. My strength isn't too great, and my hands are itching to beat people up every day. However, the underground forces of Acropolis City are peaceful, and no one dares to fight me. Longhair's voice was agitated. Qin Feng could feel Longhair's urge to fight someone through the phone. Then come find me at Royal Hotel. I'll spar with you, Qin Feng said with a smile. The phone immediately went silent. After a while, Longhair's dry laughter was heard. Hee hee, young Master Qin, don't make fun of me. I've found someone to understand the situation. Inner-Chi stage martial artists are divided into 9 stages, and I've just entered stage 2. Young Master Qin, you have the strength of a stage 4 Inner-Chi stage martial artist. If I fight you, I'll be asking for it. Longhair immediately had stage fright. Qin Feng was just teasing Longhair. Now, he changed the topic and got down to business. All right, I won't fight you even if you want to. Don't you have nothing better to do? Now, mobilize all the forces of the phone group in Acropolis City and find those arrogant and despotic young masters. Fiercely suppress their limelight. Also, spread my name and let everyone in Acropolis City know that I'm back. Fuck, young Master Qin, do you really want to do that? That's too fucking awesome. You don't know, but ever since you disappeared, those young masters in Acropolis City have become arrogant. They bully the people of the phone group whenever they see them. We used to swallow our anger and humiliation. Now that you're back, it's time for the phone group to take revenge. Longhair was extremely excited when he heard Qin Feng's words. Qin Feng didn't think that those young masters would hit him when he was down after he left. Now, Qin Feng didn't need to give them any face. He said coldly, take action immediately and slap their faces loudly. Haha. Okay, I'll do it right now. I guarantee young Master Qin will be satisfied. Longhair excitedly hung up and started to get busy. Qin Feng continued to make calls. Yun Province had a total of 4 cities. Qin Feng had already settled Acropolis City and Sky City, so there was still Jincheng City and Ninghai City. Qin Feng already had a plan for Ninghai City, but Jincheng City was Han Ying's family's territory. Qin Feng didn't know how to start in a short amount of time. After thinking for a while, Qin Feng called the people in Ninghai City first. Soon, an angry yell came from the phone. Qin Feng, damn you. You are a shameless villain. I curse you to have a son who doesn't have an anus and a mistress who is a ladyboy. How dare you change your phone number? Do you think Elder Yang and I can't find you? Just you wait. We'll come and collect your corpse right now. Qin Feng called Elder Yin. He had an agreement with the Yin Yang elders that he would give them the other bottle of antidote if they destroyed the Li family in Ninghai City. However, after Qin Feng returned to Acropolis City, he changed his phone number to get rid of the Yin Yang elders' tracking. He thought he had tricked the Yin Yang elders again, but he didn't expect that he would need their help again. This time, Qin Feng almost got himself into trouble. Hee hee. I say, old man, why is your mouth full of foul-mouthed words? The language teacher in elementary school must be a hooligan, right? I called you this time to prepare the antidote. With your current attitude, I'll have to reconsider. Qin Feng said unhurriedly. The other end of the phone suddenly fell silent. Only the sound of Elder Yin's panting could be heard. After a while, Elder Yin's anger disappeared, and he said with a smile, Oh, it's young hero Qin Feng. I was talking to an enemy on the phone just now. I thought it was him calling. Young hero Qin, Elder Yang and I have destroyed the Li family in Ninghai City. You must have heard the news. Where are you now? Elder Yang and I are going to get the antidote from you. You're an adult, but you lie and flatter all day long. Don't you feel disgusted? Qin Feng curled his lips. He found that Elder Yin had no bottom line. Elder Yin was so angry that his breathing quickened. He suppressed his anger and said with a smile, How can I be mentioned in the same breath as young hero Qin? A person like me is satisfied as long as I can survive in society. I don't care about elegance and bearing. Young hero Qin, where are you? We're going to find you. Ahem. Where are you guys? Qin Feng asked. We destroyed the Li family last night. We're still waiting for your news in Ninghai City. Elder Yin said. That's great. You guys can continue to stay in Ninghai City. I've spread the news that you guys destroyed the Li family. I believe the other big families in Ninghai City that are on good terms with the Li family are going to hunt you guys down. You guys should collect your corpses first. Haha. Qin Feng said with a smile. Elder Yin's anger exploded at this moment. Qin Feng, fuck your ancestors. Are you fucking kidding me? You villain. Don't let me catch you. Otherwise, I'll cut you into pieces. Haha. Then let's talk about it after you find me. You don't even know that you've been fooled by me. With the IQ of you two monsters, I don't even want to play with you. If I were you, I would spread the news that Qin Feng killed the Li family in Ninghai City and purposely make other families enemies with Qin Feng. Aya, I think I've said too much. I'm hanging up. The busy tone came from the phone. Eldarine hurriedly called back and found that his number had been blocked by Qin Feng. Fuck you. Bang. Elder Een was so angry that he smashed his phone into pieces. Elder Yang was shocked and quickly asked, "What's going on? What did that brat say?" "Fuck. We've been fooled by that brat again. He's a beast. He's hiding now. He doesn't plan to give us the antidote at all. I'm going to cut him into pieces." Old Yin's complexion turned ashen, and a burst of cold chi radiated from his body. Old Yang had to circulate the flaming sun palm's heart sutra to resist this cold chi. If an ordinary person stood next to Old Een, they would have been frozen alive. "Elder Een, calm down. Let's think of a countermeasure first." Elder Yang was also infuriated by Qin Feng's shamelessness. However, he was still rational enough to think of a solution. After cursing for a while, Elder Een gradually calmed down. Suddenly, he remembered Qin Feng's last words. A white light flashed before his eyes. He quickly said, "Qin Feng has tricked us several times. We can't let him have a good time. Let's go and annihilate a few families in Ninghai City and put the blame on Qin Feng. I want to see how capable Qin Feng is to escape the pursuit of so many enemies." Elder Yang thought for a while and finally nodded. "Okay, this is a good idea. Let's go and annihilate a few families first. After that, we'll go to Acropolis City and settle the score with Qin Feng." The Een young elders had a plan. They would go and annihilate the big families in Ninghai City. Both of them were stage 7 demon cultivators. Dealing with the ordinary big families in the secular world was child's play. Haha, I like these two old monsters more and more. Sitting on the bed, Qin Feng could imagine Elder Yin's action of annihilating the big families in Ninghai City. Qin Feng was so happy that he couldn't close his mouth. Bai Qing was lying in Qin Feng's arms. She was awakened by Qin Feng's movements. Her big and charming eyes curved into crescent moons. She looked at Qin Feng and asked, "What's the matter? Look at how happy you are." Seeing that Bai Qing was awake, Qin Feng's gaze fell on her smooth and jade-like body. He turned over and pressed Bai Qing down. Of course it's good news. Qin Feng was in high spirits early in the morning. He only stopped after torturing Bai Qing for a while. Bai Qing was tired and squeamish. She was not sleepy at all. She lay in Qin Feng's arms for a while longer. Then, they put on their clothes and prepared to go for breakfast. After leaving the royal hotel, Qin Feng called Lin Bei Bei and asked her to wait at the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Qin Feng drove Bai Qing to the entrance of the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Lin Bei Bei was already there. She was wearing a beautiful dress and colorful socks. She was waiting at the entrance. "Beauty, are you alone?" A man dressed in a white tang suit walked to Lin Bei Bei's side, smiling as he sized up Lin Bei Bei's figure. Two lackeys followed behind the man. Their gazes were covertly peeking at Lin Bei Bei. "I'm waiting for my boyfriend. He'll be here in a while." Lin Bei Bei saw a hint of frivolity in the man's eyes. She purposely took 2 steps back and kept her distance from the man. The man waved the wooden fan in his hand and followed Lin Bei Bei with a smile. "Beauty, I didn't expect you to have a boyfriend. What a pity." As soon as the man finished speaking, the 2 lackeys behind him immediately understood. They hurriedly added, "Beauty, do you know who this handsome young man is? He's the famous young Master Zhao of Acropolis City. He belongs to the Zhao family, one of the 5 big families in Acropolis City. He's even the eldest son of the family." The other lackey also chimed in with an exaggerated expression. "I regret being born a man. If only I were a woman. Every day, I would think about how to get close to young Master Zhao. As long as young Master Zhao takes a liking to me, I'll be able to enjoy endless glory and wealth in the future. Beauty, you have to think this through. If you miss this opportunity, You'll regret it for the rest of your life." Young Master Zhao enjoyed the compliments from his two lackeys very much. He looked down at Lin Bei with an air of superiority. He waved the wooden fan in his hand and said with a playful expression, "Beauty, do you have time? I'll treat you to the best private club in Acropolis City." As young Master Zhao spoke, he reached out his hand to hug Lin Bei. Lin Bei was shocked and instinctively pushed young Master Zhao. This time, Lin Bei didn't control her strength well and directly slapped young Master Zhao away. He fell to the ground and screamed. "Io, young Master Zhao, are you all right?" Chapter 533. Lin Bei was stunned by the scene in front of her. She didn't think she had so much strength that she could send a 7-foot-tall man flying with a casual slap. Wasn't this man too weak and frail? In fact, ever since Lin Bei had taken the blood chi pill and woken up, she had noticed that her body had undergone significant changes. Her strength had increased, her speed had increased, and her body had become more sensitive. There were a few times when Lin Bei used too much force when she was eating and broke her chopsticks, which scared Mama Lin a few times. Don't come over. Go away." Lin Bei quickly regained her senses. Seeing Sir Zhao's lackey stretch out a pair of pig trotters to touch her, Lin Bei instinctively kicked him. Bang! This kick was extremely fast and landed directly on the muscular man's abdomen. With a muffled sound, the muscular man's body suddenly froze, and he flew backwards in the blink of an eye. "Ouch! It hurts. My bones are all broken. Is this woman a freaking weightlifter? How can she be so strong?" Sir Zhao's lackey was subdued by Lin Bei in one move, causing Sir Zhao and the other lackey to tremble in fear. Sir Zhao stood up with difficulty with the help of his lackey. He was a bit afraid of Lin Bei, but he was a rich young master in Acropolis City. How could he be intimidated by a woman? Sir Zhao pretended to be calm and pointed at Lin Bei, shouting forcefully, "Bitch, you dare to touch me? Do you know whose territory this Acropolis City belongs to? Just you wait. I'll make you wish you were dead." Young Master Zhao had just finished his threat and was about to escape when a chuckle came from behind him. "Ha ha ha. I thought it was some wild dog barking on the streets, so it's Sir Zhao. I want to ask Sir Zhao, whose territory do you think Acropolis City belongs to?" Qin Feng hugged Bai Qing and walked to Sir Zhao's side. This was the first time in her life that Lin Bei had hit someone, so she was extremely nervous. When she saw Qin Feng walk over, it was as if Lin Bei had grabbed onto a straw in the water. She immediately ran into Qin Feng's embrace and held onto Qin Feng's other arm tightly. "Bei, it's okay. With me here, no one can bully you." Qin Feng could feel Lin Bei's delicate body trembling. At this moment, he lightly caressed Lin Bei's jade back and looked at her with a doting expression. Bai Qing had seen Lin Bei at the Royal Hotel before and knew that this little beauty was also Qin Feng's woman. Bai Qing didn't make things difficult for Lin Bei and nodded and smiled at her. Lin Bei obediently nodded and smiled back at Bai Qing. The two beauties each held Qin Feng's arm and lay in Qin Feng's embrace. This scene was too harmonious. "Qin Feng, it's you? You're really back?" Young Master Zhao looked as if he had seen a ghost. He was so scared that he couldn't even speak properly. Although the news of Qin Feng's return and the destruction of the Feng and Sima families had spread throughout Acropolis City, almost no one had actually seen Qin Feng. In fact, a large portion of the rich kids started to think that the news was fake and that Qin Feng had already died over 3 months ago. Now that Qin Feng was standing in front of Sir Zhao alive and well, how could he not be shocked? "Young Master Zhao, to think that I, Qin Feng, used to think of you as friends. I didn't think that after I went on a vacation, you would forget about me. Now that you see that I'm still alive, you must be very disappointed." Qin Feng looked at young Master Zhao with a smile. An indescribable feeling of fear welled up in young Master Zhao's heart. "Haha, young Master Qin, what are you saying? It's just that I haven't seen you in a long time. Now that I see you again, I'm excited." Young Master Zhao was someone who had been in and out of all sorts of big events. He quickly came back to his senses and flattered Qin Feng as if nothing had happened. I'm very touched that young Master Zhao thinks about me so much. Haha. Of course, of course. That's right. I suddenly remembered that I have important matters to attend to, so I won't disturb young Master Qin and the beauties. After I finish my work, I'll specially set up a table to welcome young Master Qin. Young Master Zhao saw that the situation wasn't good, so he turned around and wanted to escape. Qin Feng stepped forward and blocked his way. He chuckled and said, "Young Master Zhao, don't be in such a hurry to leave. We haven't finished our business." "Ah, what business do we have?" "Young Master Qin, please move aside. I really have urgent matters to attend to." Young Master Zhao's back was already covered in a layer of cold sweat. Qin Feng smiled and said, "There's a big matter between us. You just wanted to take liberties with my woman. Are you going to kneel in front of my woman and kowtow and admit your wrongs?" Young Master Zhao's expression suddenly became cold and a murderous glint flashed through his eyes. Lin Beibei didn't think that Qin Feng would spoil her so much. She looked at Qin Feng nervously. Without waiting for Lin Beibei to plead for young Master Zhao, Qin Feng rubbed Lin Beibei's head and said, "Beibei, kindness is for good people. Those scum of society need to be beaten. Qing, don't you agree?" Lin Beibei was still too kind. Because Bai Qing had struggled in society for many years, she knew the dangers of the world. She nodded and approved of Qin Feng's actions. Lin Beibei knew that Qin Feng was doing this for her own good, so she didn't say anything. She tightly hugged Qin Feng and buried her head in his chest, not looking at anything. "HM? Young Master Zhao, why haven't you done anything? Do you want me to help you?" Qin Feng raised his eyebrows. Young Master Zhao's expression became more and more unsightly. This was the entrance to the Amethyst Dragon Palace, and there were many people coming and going. If he knelt in front of Qin Feng here, how would he have the face to show his face in Acropolis City? "Qin Feng, don't push your luck. Do you still think you're Acropolis City's #1 hedonistic young master? So what if you came back alive? Your Qin manor is fucking destroyed, and I call you young Master Qin in front of you. If you piss me off, I'll step on you like a bug." Whoosh! The wind howled, and a white light flashed. Young Master Zhao, who was cursing, suddenly let out a blood-curdling scream. He subconsciously covered his mouth, and a pool of fresh blood stained his palm. Young Master Zhao was so scared that his legs turned to jelly. "Woo! Qin Feng, you woo, what did you do to me, woo, what did you do?" Young Master Zhao's mouth was slashed by a wind blade, so when he spoke, air leaked out. He stammered for a long time, but didn't know what to say. "Ah, young Master Zhao, what happened to your mouth? Why is there such a big wound? I don't understand what you're saying. Hurry up and kowtow to my woman and admit your wrongs. I don't have that much patience." Qin Feng looked coldly at young Master Zhao. "I know, Wu, you did it. Wu, just you wait. Wu, I'll call for help." Young Master Zhao glared at Qin Feng with eyes full of anger. He looked like he wanted to kill Qin Feng. The wind whistled again, and a white light flashed. Young Master Zhao felt his legs become light, and he subconsciously looked down. He was instantly scared out of his wits. "Wu, legs, where's my Wu retreat? Ah, it hurts. Wu, it hurts." Young Master Zhao's legs were cut off, and he was kneeling on the ground. His body immediately became a pool of blood, and the scene was extremely frightening. "Young Master Zhao, young Master Zhao, your actions are too admirable. They say that a man's knees are gold, but young Master Zhao cut off his own legs to kneel to me to protect his dignity. Why did you do this?" Qin Feng looked at young Master Zhao with a shocked expression. Young Master Zhao was so angry that he was about to vomit blood. "Wu, Qin Feng, I Wu, will fight you to the death." Young Master Zhao was flustered and exasperated. At this moment, he didn't care about his image and pain. He pounced on Qin Feng and wanted to bite him to death. Qin Feng casually kicked young Master Zhao, sending him flying. Young Master Zhao fell to the ground and fainted. His two followers still hadn't come to their senses. They were really scared silly. As expected of a mad dog, let's not lower ourselves to a dog's level. Let's go inside and see the other mad dogs. Qin Feng hugged Lin Beibei and Bai Qing and walked into the Amethyst Dragon Palace. When they entered the inner room, Many rich young masters of Acropolis City were drinking tea and chatting in the public hall. Most of them were talking about Qin Feng's return. Qin Feng hugged the two beauties and walked down the aisle. The surrounding noise gradually disappeared, and the entire hall became deathly silent. Ancestor Qin, you're here. When Zhang Hui saw Qin Feng, he instinctively bounced up from the stall. He squeezed a fawning smile onto his face and waddled over to Qin Feng's side. He nodded and bowed like a little brother as he greeted Qin Feng and Lin Bei. Sisters-in-law, hello? Qin Feng glanced at Zhang Hui and didn't say anything. Then, he looked at the other rich young masters in the hall and said with a smile, Huh? Why aren't you guys talking? I saw that you guys were chatting happily just now. It seems that you were talking about me and the Qin clan. Everyone said that I'm dead and the Qin clan has been destroyed. Now that I'm standing here, I hope I didn't scare you guys. Qin Feng's sudden arrival really scared these rich young masters. Many of them thought Qin Feng was dead, but Qin Feng was standing here alive and well. It felt like they were in a horror film. Zhang Hui, aren't you ashamed? You want to be Qin Feng's dog? Do you think he's still the young master Qin from before? In our eyes, he's a stray dog. A man in a white suit stood up and glared at Qin Feng angrily. This person was the Gao family's son Gao Hu, one of Acropolis City's newly promoted 4 great families. Last time at Acropolis Normal University, Qin Feng beat him up violently. Now that Gao Hu saw Qin Feng, the anger in his heart flared. Gao Hu, watch your mouth. Ancestor Qin isn't someone you can offend. With your little family background, Ancestor Qin doesn't even put you in his eyes. Zhang Hui had personally witnessed Qin Feng's power. He also saw the tragedy of the Feng family being destroyed after Feng Xing offended Qin Feng. Now, Zhang Hui didn't dare to offend Qin Feng even if he was beaten to death. He steeled his heart and stood on Qin Feng's side. I think your Zhang family is a bunch of good-for-nothings. I don't know how you were promoted to the new 4 great families. Rich young masters present, is there anyone who wants to fight for the Zhang family's position? Stand up now and let's fight Zhang Hui and Qin Feng together. We'll make them scram out of Acropolis City. Gao Hu's family had been promoted to the ranks of the 4 great families, so he felt much better about himself. With Gao Hu taking the lead and supporting them, 10 or so rich young masters quickly stood up and expressed their desire to fight Qin Feng. Chapter 534. Haha, young masterby, that's a good suggestion. They all say that the girls Qin Feng likes are the best of the best. Now that I've seen them, they are indeed the best. Acropolis City is no longer under the Qin family's control. How can we only let Qin Feng have a taste of such good girls? All of us rich young masters should come and have a taste. Another rich young master from one of the 5 small families stared at Lin Bei and Bai Qing and laughed lewdly. Lin Bei and Bai Qing's faces flushed with anger when they heard this person's words. Qin Feng's eyes also flashed with a murderous intent. Zhang Hui, who stood at the side, snickered inwardly. He seemed to have seen the tragic end of these rich young masters. If Qin Feng could suppress these rich young masters' families, the Zhang family's position in Acropolis City would be more stable. You bastards! How dare you take liberties with Ancestor Qin's woman? I'll kill you. Before Qin Feng could react, Zhang Hui had already rushed forward angrily. How could Zhang Hui miss such a good opportunity to show off? Bang! The rich young masters were laughing unscrupulously and didn't notice Zhang Hui at all. Zhang Hui took advantage of 2 of them being off guard and stomped on them with a punch and a kick. Instantly, the 2 most arrogant brats fell to the ground. Zhang Hui, you're fucking courting death. Everyone, let's kill Zhang Hui and Qin Feng together. Gao Hu roared angrily. The rich young masters followed his lead. They instantly surrounded Zhang Hui and gave him a beating. The other half of the rich young masters surrounded Qin Feng and the other 2. They looked at Lin Bei and Bai Qing with evil smiles, as if the 2 girls were food for their mouths. Qin Feng, don't do anything. Let me do it. Just as Qin Feng was about to raise his hand to shoot a wind blade, Bai Qing hurriedly stopped him. Bai Qing knew Qin Feng too well. Once Qin Feng attacked, this place would become hell again. Bai Qing didn't sympathize with these rich young masters. Instead, she hated them. However, the people present all represented big and small families and forces in Acropolis City. Bai Qing was afraid that if Qin Feng killed these people, it would cause a lot of trouble. Bastards, I'll teach you a lesson. Bai Qing didn't wait for Qin Feng to refuse. She swung her fist and rushed forward. She was now a stage 1 inner chi martial artist. With one punch, she sent a rich young master flying. Even the 2 or 3 people behind him fell in a row. Qin Feng, I'm going to help big sister Bai Qing. You mustn't interfere, or it'll be too scary. Lin Beibei was a bit worried about Bai Qing, and even more worried that Qin Feng would make a move. At this time, she also leaped and charged into the crowd. The 2 girls didn't know how to fight at all, but after their breakthrough, all aspects of their bodies had improved. Their reactions and speed were extremely fast in the crowd, and they hadn't been injured up until now. Instead, under a flurry of kicks and kicks, they had taken down 5 or 6 rich young masters. It's not a bad idea to let you guys practice. If I'm not by your side in the future, you guys have to learn how to protect yourselves. Qin Feng watched the 2 beauties in battle. Although Lin Beibei and Bai Qing had both broken through and become martial artists, the 2 girls did not know any martial arts techniques after all, nor did they have any martial arts foundation. It was also good to let them practice. Shio. Qin Feng quietly stood to the side and watched the battle. From time to time, he would raise his hand and shoot out a few wind blades. These white lights flickered and finally landed on the rich young masters who were about to attack the 2 girls. In an instant, bloody wounds appeared on the rich young masters' bodies, and even the ghastly white bones inside were revealed. You bastards, I'm Qin Feng's woman. You can't have lewd thoughts. The more Lin Beibei fought, the braver she became. She vented all the dissatisfaction in her heart. She had always been a well-behaved girl, and this was the first time she was in a group fight. This kind of feeling made Lin Beibei feel a bit excited. Haha, I've actually become so powerful. I'm now a pretty maiden warrior. The more Bai Qing fought, the happier she became. Because Qin Feng was secretly protecting the 2 girls, they hadn't suffered a single injury up until now. The 2 girls already discovered that all aspects of their bodies had changed. This feeling of suddenly becoming a female warrior was too awesome. Bastard! You dare to kick this elder's head? This elder will kill you. Because of the 2 girls' forceful participation, many rich young masters were put down. Zhang Hui, who was originally surrounded, could be considered to have started to counterattack. He was also very shrewd. He didn't hit those who were still standing, but he picked the rich young masters who were put down by the 2 girls and could not get up. He fiercely stomped on them. Bitch, die for this elder. Seeing the 2 girls who weren't weak, an ominous glint flashed in Gao Hu's eyes. He stood at the back of the crowd and watched the fight. Suddenly, he extended his claws and clawed at Lin Beibei's chest. Lin Beibei's expression changed greatly. She discovered that Gao Hu's speed was too fast, and Lin Beibei had no room to dodge. Hee, little girl. Let this elder pinch your big breasts and feel your elasticity. Gao Hu's claws had already reached Lin Beibei's chest. Seeing that he was about to pinch those full, soft breasts, Lin Beibei was so anxious that her forehead was full of sweat. However, no matter how she explosively retreated, Gao Hu seemed to be entangled with her and would follow at any time. Ah, Qin Feng, save me. Lin Beibei cried out in alarm. Before her voice completely fell, a white light flashed. Gao Hu, who was about to use force to pinch, felt his hand go empty. He subconsciously looked and saw that his right hand had been cut off at the wrist. That scene almost scared Gao Hu to death. Me? My hand. Where's my hand? It hurts. It really hurts. Blood began to seep out of Gao Hu's wrist. In the end, it directly shot out like a fountain. The piercing pain quickly spread, causing Gao Hu to wail like a ghost and howl like a wolf. Qin Feng leaped directly to Lin Beibei's side, hugged her, and dodged the spray of blood. Young Master Gao? Young Master Gao's hand is cut off? Expert, are you okay? What should we do? Hurry up and call the police for an ambulance. Qin Feng dared to cut off an expert's hand. He's simply too arrogant. Let's quickly call the family and unite against Qin Feng. After Gao Hu fell, the rich young masters all stopped fighting. Looking at young Master Gao's empty, severed hand, they were so shocked that their eyeballs almost popped out of their sockets. Many of the people present knew Gao Hu's strength. It was said that he had stepped into the ranks of Stage 2 inner chi martial artists. In these newly promoted families, people who could break through Stage 1 inner chi and become martial artists were few and far between. Gao Hu, a Stage 2 inner chi martial artist, was already an expert among experts in everyone's eyes. They didn't expect that Qin Feng would defeat him so easily. How did Qin Feng make that move just now? Up until now, no one could figure it out. After the rich young masters stopped fighting, Qin Feng's side also stopped fighting. Lin Beibei and Bai Qing quickly returned to Qin Feng's side, each holding one of Qin Feng's arms. Zhang Hui also came to Qin Feng with a swollen face. He endured the pain and smiled obsequiously at Qin Feng. Why did everyone stop fighting? Didn't you all want to step on my head and piss on me? You want to steal my woman? Aren't you all overestimating your abilities? Qin Feng sneered at the crowd. Half a year ago, Qin Feng was just like these rich young masters. He had no skills and was always idle. But now, Qin Feng was a Stage 5 inner chi martial artist. He wasn't even afraid of a Stage 7 inner chi expert. Facing these powerless rich young masters again, they were as weak as ants in Qin Feng's eyes. Qin Feng, aren't you just a little good at fighting? What's there to be arrogant about? The Qin family no longer exists in Acropolis City, and your Qin family's power has long been disintegrated. You want to suppress the entire power of Acropolis City with your brute force? Haha, what a joke. Gao Hu circulated his inner chi to stop the bleeding from his severed arm. He endured the pain and glared at Qin Feng fiercely. Do you think I have no power? Do you think the Qin family no longer exists? You want to compete with me in power? Fine, then I'll give you 10 minutes. Call anyone you want, and my people will be here in 10 minutes. Let's have some fun. Qin Feng felt that he hadn't been a hedonistic young master for a long time. It seemed that the small fish and shrimps in Acropolis City were beginning to be arrogant. Qin Feng wanted to take this opportunity to suppress these rich young masters and let them know who was worthy of being the #1 hedonistic young master in Acropolis City. Qin Feng, remember what you said? If you have the guts, don't attack us in these 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we'll have a showdown. Up until now, Gao Hu still had not figured out Qin Feng's strength. He did not even see the wind blade martial technique earlier. His hand was inexplicably cut off by Qin Feng. This kind of strange strength caused Gao Hu to feel fear in his heart. He was afraid that Qin Feng would make another move. If that happened, no one would be able to stop Qin Feng. It's already been half a minute. My people are already on the way. Qin Feng found a place and pulled Lin Beibei and Bai Qing to sit. Zhang Hui tactfully stood behind Qin Feng and fanned the three of them. Seeing that Qin Feng wasn't going to attack for the time being, Gao Hu's tense heart relaxed. He admitted that he wasn't as strong as Qin Feng in a one-on-one fight, but to compete in power in Acropolis City, Gao Hu thought it was funny. What kind of power did the current Qin Feng have? Young masters, Qin Feng is so arrogant today. Let's call our family's power over and let him know who rules Acropolis City now. Gao Hu already shouted at the people behind him and was encouraging them to call for help. I'll call my family right now. I must kill Qin Feng today. You dare to come and mess with our place? Do you really think we're easy to bully? Everyone, form a formation and eliminate Qin Feng. The 20 or so rich young masters were beaten up quite badly just now and were suppressing their anger. They quickly united and took out their phones to call for help. Qin Feng calmly sat to the side and caressed Lin Beibei and Bai Qing's thighs. Qin Feng, let's go. They have a lot of people. We can't be at a disadvantage. Bai Qing looked at Qin Feng worriedly. Lin Beibei also urged nervously. I think big sister Qing Qing is right. Let's go first. Bai Qing and Lin Beibei didn't know Qin Feng's strength, but Zhang Hui knew very well. At this time, Zhang Hui hurriedly stood up and said, Ancestor Qin, I'll call my family now and call everyone over to kill these bastards. As Zhang Hui spoke, he went to make the call. Qin Feng didn't stop him. Time passed minute by minute. Qin Feng and the 20 or so rich young masters stared at each other. The room was filled with the smell of gunpowder, as if it would explode at any moment. Even at this time, Qin Feng still had a leisurely and contented expression as he caressed the bodies of the beauties in his arms. He ignored everyone and made the rich young masters so angry they wanted to vomit blood. Young Master Qin. 5 minutes later, Long Hair rushed into the Amethyst Dragon Palace with 20 or so brothers from the Feng group. All of them were dressed in black suits. They surrounded Qin Feng and his group in a well-trained manner and protected them in the center. Long Hair bowed to Qin Feng and said, "I've done what you asked me to do." Qin Feng nodded. Long Hair immediately retreated to the side and stood there with a solemn expression. The rich young masters didn't expect Qin Feng's people to arrive so quickly, so they started to call their family members to hurry over. "What? You said our family was attacked by a group of people in black suits 5 minutes ago? Who are they? They even dared to touch our Bai family?" Young Master Bai's expression suddenly changed. It seemed that bad news came from the phone. Chapter 535. All of a sudden, the faces of the rich heirs who were about to call for help darkened. All of them had received news that their families had been provoked and suppressed by the black-suited organization not too long ago. The Amethyst Dragon Palace's main hall was in chaos. "Young Master Gao, our families have been suppressed. What should we do now? There's something fishy about this. Could it be that Qin Feng hired someone to do this?" The 20 or so rich heirs in the hall usually relied on their family's influence to bully others and take women for granted. Now that their families had been suppressed and no one could help them, all of them were scared silly. They were like a bunch of headless flies, at a loss of what to do. Gao, whose expression had long since darkened, he took out his phone and made a call. "Butler Zhang, why hasn't the person I called for arrived yet?" Gao, who questioned coldly. "Young Master Gao, the family is in chaos. A woman brought a group of black-suited men and barged in. They're fighting fiercely right now. The family doesn't have time to deal with you. Hurry up and come back." The panicked voice of the Gao family's old butler came from the other side of the phone. Without waiting for Gao Hu's reply, the old butler immediately hung up. Gao Hu could hear the intense fighting and terrifying screams from the other side of the phone. He suddenly became nervous. A woman? Since when did such an arrogant woman appear in Acropolis City? Gao Hu couldn't figure it out even after thinking for a long time. At this moment, Qin Feng was still leisurely sitting on a chair. He was happily playing with the two beauties in his arms. Long Hair stood at the side. His phone vibrated from time to time. Long Hair answered the phone and said a few words each time. Then, he bowed and reported the situation to Qin Feng. "Young Master Qin, sister-in-law Lu Wenjing just called. She said that the Gao family is afraid of her, and now they're calling her grandaunt. She wants me to ask you if you want them to call you grandaunt over the phone?" Qin Feng was happily caressing Lin Bei Bei's thigh when he heard Long Hair's report. He was so shocked that he stood up abruptly. He glared at Long Hair and yelled, "Fuck! Why did Lu Wenjing go and fight? Why aren't you looking after her? Why are you still standing here? Quickly call your brothers to protect her." Long Hair looked as if he knew Qin Feng was going to explode in anger. He said with a troubled expression, "Young Master Qin, I tried to persuade big sister-in-law Lu, but I couldn't persuade her at all. She said that if I dared to stop her again, she'd complain to you and accuse me of molestation. This lowly one doesn't have that kind of guts, so in the end, I could only let big sister-in-law Lu be willful." Long Hair saw that Qin Feng's expression wasn't right, so he hurriedly added, "Don't worry, young Master Qin. I've arranged for most of the phone group's people to stay with big sister Lu. She'll definitely be fine. Just treat it like a game." Qin Feng glared at Long Hair for a while, then his expression softened. He sighed and said, "AI? Forget it. Lu Wenjing isn't someone you can keep an eye on. Hurry up and call Yunzhe. Let him go to the Gao family and protect Lu Wenjing." Qin Feng knew that Lu Wenjing was stubborn. If this woman went crazy, only he could control her. Long Hair was so scared that he broke out in a cold sweat. He hurriedly went to the side to call Yunzhe. This time, Qin Feng ordered Long Hair to create momentum and sent Yunzhe to help. Yunzhe was now a stage 4 inner chi expert, and Qin Feng even gave him an orange-grade fire rod. It could be said that Yunzhe alone was enough to suppress all the big families and powers in Acropolis City. Young Master Qin, Mr. Yunzhe said he'll immediately rush over to protect big sister-in-law Lu. When he sees big sister-in-law Lu, he'll persuade her to come back and see you. Long Hair ran back to report the situation after finishing his call. During this time, Qin Feng also called Lu Wenjing a few times. At first, he could still get through, but later on, Lu Wenjing directly turned off her phone. It was obvious that she was hiding from Qin Feng to avoid being scolded. Qin Feng looked at the time. 10 minutes had passed, but none of the 20 or so rich young masters' reinforcements had arrived. Rich young masters, 10 minutes have passed. My people are all here. Where are your people? Why don't I see a single one? Qin Feng walked to the front of the group of rich young masters and looked at them with a smile. Those rich young masters had long been scared to the point that their legs were trembling. Gao Hu was still pretending to be calm. He had already roughly guessed that the sudden attack on everyone's family was definitely related to Qin Feng. Moreover, the people Qin Feng found were all in black suits, which matched the appearance of the attacker. Qin Feng, did you do it? You dared to find people to sneak attack our family? Gao Hu glared at Qin Feng with a face full of anger. Qin Feng smiled lightly. I did it. What can you guys do? Qin Feng's words made Gao Hu speechless. These rich young masters had a misunderstanding in their thinking. They had always thought that Qin Feng was dead, but in the end, Qin Feng was still alive. Thus, everyone thought that Acropolis City's Qin mansion was destroyed. Even if Qin Feng didn't die, he was still a stray dog that could be trampled on. However, the strength and power that Qin Feng displayed now made these rich young masters feel as if they had just woken up from a dream. Qin Feng had returned, and he had returned even more powerful and domineering. Since your people don't dare to come over, can we continue to fight now? Qin Feng gave Long Hair a look, and Long Hair led a group of Feng group members to surround the rich young masters. Those rich young masters were so scared that their legs were trembling, and some of them directly fell to the ground, unable to walk. Tap, tap, tap. At this time, the sound of hurried footsteps could be heard. A few white-haired old men led the team and dragged more than 50 strong men into the hall. They were so dense that not even a drop of water could trickle out of the hall. Dad, Grandpa, Second Master, Third Master, you're all here. Seeing the newcomers, Zhang Hui hurriedly went to greet them excitedly. It turned out that the Zhang family had arrived. The current old patriarch of the Zhang family nodded at Zhang Hui. He didn't even have time to care about the injury on Zhang Hui's face. He immediately led the group to Qin Feng's side. Young hero Qin, we, the Zhang family, have come late. Please forgive us. Ever since the battle that destroyed the Feng family, everyone in the Zhang family regarded Qin Feng as a forbidden zone. No one dared to provoke him. Moreover, Qin Feng's words were like an imperial edict. Just now, the old patriarch of the Zhang family received a call from Zhang Hui and immediately dispatched the elites of the family to rush over without stopping. Qin Feng previously had some conflicts with Zhang Hui, but Qin Feng was quite satisfied with Zhang Hui's recent performance. Now, the attitude of the Zhang family also made Qin Feng feel very comfortable. Qin Feng stood up and said to the old patriarch of the Zhang family, I didn't expect Elder Zhang to come. You're too kind. Elder Zhang, please take a seat. Leave the rest of the matters to the people below. Qin Feng invited Elder Zhang to take a seat. The old patriarch of the Zhang family was somewhat fearful. Young hero Qin, I'm not tired. Please sit. Haha, don't be nervous, Elder Zhang. We're allies, not enemies. Please sit down. Otherwise, as a junior, it would be embarrassing for me to sit alone. Hearing Qin Feng's words, Elder Zhang had no choice but to sit down. However, he felt as if he was sitting on pins and needles. Qin Feng's ferocious appearance had been deeply imprinted in the hearts of the Zhang family. Zhang Hui, I've brought all the core members of the Zhang family. We swear to stand on the same side as young hero Qin. I'll temporarily hand over the authority of the family head to you. Lead the Zhang family and teach these ignorant brats a lesson on young hero Qin's behalf. Grandfather Zhang had just sat down when he immediately declared his position. All right, Grandpa. These bastards beat me up so badly just now. It's time for me to take revenge. Let's go. Under Zhang Hui's command, the Zhang family immediately rushed forward. Now, Longhair and the Zhang family had more than 20 people, and the Zhang family had more than 50 people. The group of more than 70 people surrounded the rich young masters in 3 circles. Many of the people outside couldn't hit them, so the people inside kicked them a few times and took the initiative to come out. Then, the people outside would go in and beat them again. The group of people went back and forth to beat people. They were having a great time. The 20 or so rich young masters were completely surrounded. They couldn't even see their figures and could only hear the undulating screams and howls of wolves. After fighting for more than 10 minutes, Qin Feng waved his hand to signal for them to stop. Seeing Qin Feng's gesture, Zhang Hui immediately went to hold everyone back. After everyone stopped, they orderly divided into 2 groups. They each stood on one side of Qin Feng, leaving a path in the middle. Qin Feng held a beauty in each hand and walked to the side of the group of rich young masters. Seeing the rich young masters rolling on the ground, he couldn't recognize who was who. Tap, tap, tap. Another wave of hurried footsteps could be heard. This time, the leader of the group was still an old man. He brought along more than 30 youths to Qin Feng's side. This person was Zhou Ming, the elder of the Zhou family, which was the leader of the Acropolis city's 4 major families. When Zhou Ming saw Qin Feng, he hurriedly smiled and said, "Haha, hee, I didn't know young hero Qin had returned to Acropolis city. I hope young hero Qin can forgive me for not going out to welcome you." Zhou Ming had long heard the news of Qin Feng's return. These days, he was restless. For months ago, Zhou Kai of the Zhou family wanted to rape Rao Sherman, but he was mistakenly killed by the soul-cleansing necklace Rao Sherman wore. Later, Qin Feng negotiated with the Zhou family alone and forced them to voluntarily withdraw from the 4 major families. More than 3 months ago, Qin Feng disappeared and the Qin family was destroyed. The elder of the Zhou family seized this opportunity to climb back to the throne of the 4 major families and firmly occupied the first place. Now that Qin Feng had really returned, Zhou Ming couldn't sleep well every night. Thinking back to the 4 major families of Acropolis City, which one of them wasn't destroyed by Qin Feng, Zhou Ming was afraid that Qin Feng would destroy the Zhou family in a rage. Huh. Isn't this the head of Acropolis City's 4 major families, the elder of the Zhou family? You're a big shot. How could you entertain a small character like me? Qin Feng looked at Zhou Ming with a playful expression, scaring Zhou Ming into a cold sweat. Young hero Qin, please don't make this kind of joke. Our Zhou family is nothing compared to you. Zhou Ming said with a smile. Very few people knew about the grudge between Qin Feng and the Zhou family. Even now, the people of Acropolis City's upper class often had doubts. Back then, the Zhou family was sitting comfortably in the position of the 4 major families, so why did they suddenly withdraw? Therefore, seeing this scene, the Zhang family was stunned. They didn't think that even the Zhou family was so afraid of Qin Feng. Elder Zhang was even more glad that he chose the right team this time. Chapter 536. Qin Feng calmly glanced at Zhou Ming and didn't pay him any more attention. Previously, because of Zhou Kai, Zhou Ming had promised Qin Feng that he would leave the ranks of the 4 great families in the future. Who would have thought that this old man would take advantage of Qin Feng's absence to go back on his word and ascend to the throne of the 4 great families? This made Qin Feng dislike Zhou Ming, but it wasn't to the point of destroying the Zhou family. Who didn't want to improve their family? Who didn't want to make their family better? Qin Feng understood Zhou Ming's mentality very well. Moreover, Zhou Ming took the initiative to stand on Qin Feng's side at the crucial moment. This made Qin Feng quite satisfied. Young hero Qin, these juniors are too insensible. I haven't taught them a lesson for a while, and they've forgotten who's in charge of Acropolis City. Our Zhou family came late, so I'll have someone teach them a lesson now. Qin Feng and Elder Zhang sat on chairs, but Zhou Ming didn't dare to sit. He gave the Zhou family a look, and the Zhou family immediately surrounded the group of rich young masters and violently beat them up. The Zhang family could barely be considered the third great family in the Acropolis city. At this time, the first great family's elder, Zhou Ming, didn't sit down. Elder Zhang sat on a chair in fear and trepidation. The Zhou family beat them up for more than 10 minutes before Zhou Ming told them to stop. These rich young masters usually bullied others, but today, they were bullied. They were all beaten black and blue, and they all looked exactly the same. If they didn't speak, no one would know who was who. Young Master Qin, please have mercy. Just as the Zhou family stopped fighting, a group of people rushed in from outside the Amethyst Dragon Palace. These people were dressed extravagantly and looked like they were from rich families. However, their expressions were anxious, as if something big had happened. Old Bai, why are you so flustered in broad daylight? Qin Feng looked at the newcomer and smiled faintly. The person who had come was the Bai family's old patriarch, one of Acropolis City's 5 small families. Behind him were the Bai family's current patriarch and 10 or so direct relatives. All of the important members of the Bai family had been brought. When Elder Bai saw Qin Feng, he didn't dare to put on any airs. Not long ago, Yunzhe single-handedly swept through all the big and small families in Acropolis City. The Bai family was one of them. After witnessing Yunzhe's strength, these Bai family members were scared silly. When they found out that Yunzhe was just a lackey of Qin Feng, they immediately rushed to the Amethyst Dragon Palace to beg for forgiveness. Young Master Qin, that unfilial son of mine, doesn't know any better and offended young Master Qin. I hope you can give me some face and let that unfilial son go this time. My Bai family will reward you greatly and will never be enemies with young Master Qin again. Elder Bai's attitude was sincere. In the face of Qin Feng's power, he didn't have any other thoughts. He was content to be able to protect the Bai family this time. Qin Feng didn't do this for the sake of exterminating all of them. Firstly, he wanted to complete the system's mission to make a strong return. Secondly, Qin Feng had been away for so many days, so he wanted to properly suppress the major powers in Acropolis City. He wanted them to deeply remember who was the #1 family in Acropolis City. Elder Bai, since you've come here personally, I have to give you face. However, I'll remember what you've said just now. Elder Zhang and Elder Zhou will be my witnesses. If the Bai family does anything that displeases me in the future, don't blame me for being merciless. Qin Feng said coldly. Elder Zhou and Elder Zhang will be my witnesses. Thank you, young Master Qin, for your magnanimity. Don't worry, young Master Qin. In the future, my Bai family will live in peace and not cause trouble. Elder Bai let out a sigh of relief. Then, he looked at the rich young masters on the ground, but he couldn't recognize his grandson. Bai Fei, you unfilial grandson. Get out here and follow me home to receive the family's punishment. Old Master Bai roared. A man in a white suit quickly crawled over. His brand new clothes were covered with footprints and stained with blood. Elder Bai couldn't stand it anymore. He signaled the people behind him with his eyes. 2 members of the Bai family immediately helped Bai Fei up and carried him away. Young Master Qin, I'll go back first. Please continue with your work. When you have time, I'll personally entertain you. Elder Bai bade farewell to Qin Feng and left. Seeing Bai Fei being taken away, the rest of the rich young masters started to pray for their families to come quickly. The development of the situation was out of everyone's expectations. Not long ago, these rich young masters swore that they would trample on Qin Feng's face and play with his women. Now, they were beaten beyond recognition by Qin Feng's subordinates and were waiting to be brutally beaten by their families. As soon as Elder Bai left, a flurry of footsteps could be heard. This time, the remaining 4 elders of the 5 small families had arrived. These people gathered in the Amethyst Dragon Palace, surrounding the huge hall in 3 layers. However, there was still a passage left at the entrance because there were still many forces rushing into the hall. In less than 10 minutes, the originally empty hall was filled with 500 to 600 people. These people were divided into several groups according to their families and stood on one side. The elders looked at their grandsons lying in a pool of blood in the hall and felt sullen and angry. However, when they saw the Zhou family's elder and the Zhang family's elder standing beside Qin Feng, these small family factions lost their temper. Their families had been attacked not long ago. When they saw Longhair and the others, everyone instantly understood that the Black Man organization that attacked was really a faction sent by Qin Feng. Qin Feng hadn't returned to Acropolis City for long. In less than a week, he had done several big things that shook Acropolis City. The Amethyst Dragon Palace was filled with the upper class of Acropolis City. These people were shocked when they saw Qin Feng sitting leisurely in the middle of the crowd with a beautiful woman in his arms. They didn't know how this person formed the Black Man organization. How did he subdue the Zhang and Zhou families? How did he go from a powerless, hedonistic young master to a demon with superb martial arts skills in just half a year? Big Brother Qin, I've brought Miss Lu back. At this time, a white shadow flashed. In the next second, Yunzhe and Lu Wenjing stood in front of Qin Feng. When they saw Yunzhe appear, the members of the clans retreated in fear, their faces filled with fear. Today, it was Yunzhe who single-handedly swept away these families. As for the people from the Feng group, they were just there to stir up the atmosphere. Before they could make a move, Yunzhe had already defeated the enemies. Huh, who are you two? Why are you lying in Qin Feng's arms? Get up. When Lu Wenjing saw Bai Qing and Lin Bei, she immediately became unhappy. She waved her fists and looked like she wanted to fight. When Longhair saw this, he hurriedly came up to dissuade her. Sister-in-law Lu, don't be agitated. Young Master Qin still has to take care of business. We'll stand to the side and watch first. What are you saying, curly hair? You called her sister-in-law? Where did she come from? I didn't even say I was sister-in-law. Lin Bei didn't like to fight for favor, but that didn't mean Bai Qing could tolerate Lu Wenjing. Lu Wenjing's words just now had angered Bai Qing, and with Longhair calling her sister-in-law Lu affectionately, Bai Qing immediately stood up and confronted Lu Wenjing. If someone else called Longhair curly hair, with his explosive temper, he would have already killed them with a slap. However, when Bai Qing yelled at him, not only did Longhair not dare to get angry, he even had to smile and nod at Bai Qing. Longhair also realized that he had said something wrong, so he hurriedly retreated to the side. He was prepared to not say anything more even if he was beaten to death. Seeing Longhair run away after causing trouble, Qin Feng wanted to kick him. Lu Wenjing and Bai Qing both had explosive tempers, so the two girls immediately started fighting. You vixen! Stay away from Qin Feng in the future. Lu Wenjing slapped Bai Qing with her palm. The strength of a Stage 1 inner chi expert was undoubtedly displayed, and the descendants of the aristocratic families were shocked. You are the vixen. Watch my leg. Bai Qing wasn't one to be trifled with. She launched a flying kick at Lu Wenjing. Lu Wenjing nimbly dodged the kick, and Bai Qing kicked the wooden table beside her in half. Holy shit! Another martial artist at the peak of Stage 1 inner chi? Are these all Qin Feng's women? Where did he find all these exquisite women? The crowd couldn't help but start discussing. The elders of the aristocratic families hastily stopped the crowd. Shut up if you don't want to die. The noisy hall instantly quieted down, and only the sounds of Lu Wenjing and Bai Qing fighting could be heard. Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing had broken through to the peak of Stage 1 inner chi after eating the blood chi pill. Neither of them had actual combat experience, so they were locked in a stalemate, and neither of them could hurt the other. All right, stop fooling around. Qin Feng leaped and landed between the two women. He grabbed Lu Wenjing's small fist with one hand and Bai Qing's slender leg with the other. Then, he pulled the two women into his arms. Qin Feng, who is this woman? Bai Qing glared at Lu Wenjing angrily. You playboy, let go of me. Lu Wenjing glared at Qin Feng angrily. Qin Feng smiled helplessly and carried the two women on his shoulders. Ignoring their struggles and resistance, he carried them to two chairs and sat them down. Big sister Qing, don't be angry. Let's wait for Qin Feng to finish his business first. Now that all the aristocratic families of the Acropolis City are here, we can't cause trouble for Qin Feng. Lin Bei didn't care about the relationship between Lu Wenjing and Qin Feng. She was more worried about Qin Feng's situation. So she came to Bai Qing's side and comforted her. Big Sister Lu, don't be angry. Do you want me to take you to the other aristocratic families to torture people? Longhair came up to curry favor with Lu Wenjing. He was afraid that if he stood there without doing anything, he would be tortured to death by Qin Feng later. You usually call me Big Sister Lu, and it's fine. Why did you suddenly change it to Big Sister Lu? Lu Wenjing glared at Longhair angrily. Longhair immediately smiled and yelled, Big Sister Lu. It was a slip of the tongue. A slip of the tongue. Curly hair, I told you not to shout randomly. Do you not understand human language? Bai Qing had just calmed down, but now she was agitated again. Longhair had a bitter expression on his face. When he saw Qin Feng's murderous gaze, he regretted his actions so much that his intestines turned green. He should have just stood to the side. Why did he come and blindly get involved? Longhair, get out of my way. If you talk too much, I'll cut off your tongue. Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Longhair, and Longhair immediately retreated. You guys stop fooling around. Yunzhe, stand between them in case they start fighting again. Chapter 537. At this time, the Amethyst Dragon Palace was already filled with the core members of the Acropolis City's 4 major families and 4 minor families. The corners of their mouths twitched violently. Qin Feng's women were still arguing over who was the sister-in-law in such an important occasion with such a tense atmosphere. Moreover, the elders of the major families had to suppress their anger and watch the 2 women quarrel. This was too fucking humiliating. What day is it today? Why are the family heads of the major families gathered at the Amethyst Dragon Palace? This is a once-in-a-decade event. Qin Feng chuckled as he looked at the crowd. In the past, these patriarchs would talk directly to Qin Huang, Qin Feng's father. Among them, there were even some patriarchs who didn't take Qin Huang seriously and spoke with great arrogance. But now, Qin Feng could speak directly to the family heads of the major families. Moreover, these family heads had to listen to Qin Feng and speak well. Young Master Qin, I heard that my unfilial eldest grandson, Gao Hu, offended young Master Qin in the Amethyst Dragon Palace. I brought all the core members of the family here to personally apologize to young Master Qin. I hope young Master Qin can be magnanimous and let our Gao family go this time. The Gao family's elder took the lead and respectfully apologized to Qin Feng in front of all the major families of the Acropolis City. Qin Feng could let Bai Fei go without pursuing the matter, but he wouldn't let Gao Hu off so easily. Qin Feng looked at Elder Gao and said, Elder Gao, Gao Hu was beaten up by me because of a woman, but he didn't learn his lesson. Today, he wants to make a move on my woman and incite the other young masters to trample on me. Can you give me a reason to let him go? Qin Feng's words made Elder Gao speechless. Everyone in the Acropolis City knew that Qin Feng was the #1 hedonistic young master, a flirtatious young master, and regarded women as his life. Young Master Qin is right. It's all because of Gao Hu, that evil creature. He's simply brainless and deceived the public with his lies. He has led the younger generation of the Lu family astray. I hope young Master Qin can let our Lu Sun go. Our Lu family will pledge our lives to the Qin family in the future. Young Master Qin, my Qin family is willing to pay the price for this misunderstanding. If young Master Qin needs any compensation, please don't hesitate to ask. I just hope that this matter won't affect the peaceful relationship between the Qin and Qin families. The meaning behind Qin Feng's words was profound, pointing the spearhead at the Gao family. The rest of the families quickly followed Qin Feng's words and began to criticize the Gao family. The Gao family was one of Acropolis City's 4 great families, but with Qin Feng's support, the other families didn't care about the Gao family anymore. What could the 4 great clans amount to? Sitting next to Qin Feng was an elder of one of the 4 major families, and standing behind him was the elder of the Zhou family, the leader of the 4 major families. Seeing this situation, Elder Gao was infuriated. He was shocked by Qin Feng's maturity. Old Master Gao knew that he had to do something to put on an act in front of these large and small families and Qin Feng. However, Old Master Gao scanned the ground a few times and still couldn't find Gao Hu among the rich young masters. These rich young masters had been beaten so badly that their noses were bruised and their faces were swollen. They looked exactly the same. Evil creature, you evil creature, get your ass out here and accept your punishment. Old Master Gao roared. Grandfather, I am here. Gao Hu had long since lost his arrogance. He realized that he had caused a huge disaster this time, so he responded in the crowd and didn't dare to approach Old Master Gao. You bastard! Get your ass over here. Old Master Gao finally recognized Gao Hu. Seeing that he was beaten beyond recognition, he was infuriated. However, he could only suppress his anger and teach Gao Hu a lesson in front of everyone. Grandfather, please forgive me. I know I was wrong. Gao Hu knew that he couldn't hide, so he hurriedly rolled in front of Old Master Gao. Old Master Gao gritted his teeth and kicked Gao Hu, giving him a beating. You bastard, look at what you've done. Young Master Qin is Acropolis City's #1 young master, and the Qin family is Acropolis City's #1 power. How could you be so blind as to offend young Master Qin? I think you're looking to die. Old Master Gao scolded Gao Hu as he beat him. The rest of the families, big and small, stood to the side and watched with schadenfreude. Qin Feng continued to sit in his chair and comfort by Qing and Lu Wenjing. It was as if he couldn't see what was happening on Old Master Gao's side. Qin Feng, I remember now. This is the brat you beat up last time at our school, right? After being comforted by Qin Feng for a while, Lu Wenjing was no longer angry. Yes, that's him. Last time, he was after you, and this time, he's after Qing Qing and Bei Bei. Don't you think he's looking to die? Qin Feng said as he patted Lu Wenjing's head. Lu Wenjing originally thought that Gao Hu was beaten up quite pitifully. Now, she angrily glared at Gao Hu, looking like she wanted to rush up and beat Gao Hu up. Elder Gao hit Gao Hu for a while, and when he saw that Gao Hu was on the verge of death, he stopped. He chuckled as he walked to Qin Feng's side. Young Master Qin, you see, I also taught that rascal a good lesson. That brat will definitely remember this lesson. So I hope that young Master Qin will be merciful and stop now. What do you think? Let him go. Old Master Gao was excited, but when he heard Qin Feng's words, his expression immediately became cold. Cripple his martial arts, break his life, and you can take him away. Young Master Qin, don't you think this is too inhumane? Old Master Gao had been smiling, but now, his expression became serious. You want to talk to me about being humane? This grandson of yours has always bullied men and taken women. How many innocent women have you harmed? Why don't you talk to those girls from ordinary families about being humane? If you don't want to take him away, then I'll let him stay here forever. Old Master Gao didn't expect Qin Feng to be so overbearing and domineering. Seeing that the negotiation was not going well, Old Master Gao suddenly changed his expression. He glared at Qin Feng and roared, Qin Feng, don't think that just because you have a stage 4 inner Qi martial artist as your subordinate, the Gao family is afraid of you. If we really fight to the death, it won't be good for anyone. Are you threatening me? Qin Feng looked at Old Master Gao with a smile. The expressions of Yunzhe, Longhair, and Lu Wenjing all changed. They surrounded Qin Feng, ready to fight at any time. Old Master Gao wasn't afraid of Longhair and Qin Feng, but he was still a little afraid of Yunzhe. However, he had already spoken ruthlessly, so he could only be tough to the end. You can think of it that way. I'm going to take Gao Hu away now. If you dare to stop me, don't blame the Gao family for not stopping you. All right, I want to see what kind of ability your Gao family has to fight me to the death. Qin Feng sneered. Yunzhe immediately flew towards Gao Hu and struck out with his palm, preparing to cripple Gao Hu. You're courting death. An angry roar sounded, and a person suddenly jumped out from the crowd of Gao family members. The man was in his 40s, wore black training clothes, and had a ferocious expression as he kicked Yunzhe in the air. Bang! Yunzhe's expression changed slightly. The palm that was originally aimed at Gao Hu changed direction at the last moment and came into contact with the man in black's foot. A muffled sound echoed in the hall. Yunzhe and the man in black both retreated a few steps before stabilizing their bodies. A level 4 inner martial artist? Qin Feng smiled as he looked at the man in black from the Gao family with a calm expression. The other families in the hall immediately burst into an uproar. Ever since the four great families of Acropolis City had changed, only the Zhou family had a level 3 inner martial artist. The other three great families had a level 2 inner martial artist as their backing. But now that the Gao family suddenly had a level 4 inner martial artist, everyone was stunned. They never thought that the Gao family had been hiding their strength all this time. With their current ability, it was obvious that they would be able to compete for the number 1 family in Acropolis City. Qin Feng, don't think that you're the only one who can find a level 4 inner martial artist. Our Gao family can also nurture one. Are you sure you still want to go against our Gao family? Old Master Gao's tone changed as he stared at Qin Feng arrogantly. A level 4 inner martial artist in a third-tier city like Acropolis City was indeed enough to make a family proud. Big brother Qin, I was careless just now. Now, I'll destroy the enemy. Yunzhe raised his hand and took out the fiery rod tied to his back. He waved the fiery rod casually, and rays of orange light flickered, causing everyone to be unable to take their eyes off him. Yunzhe, who had the raging fire rod, was simply unstoppable. Before he could even reach the Gao family's martial artists, the inner stage 4-man in black revealed a look of fear. Before the fight even started, he already felt that he had lost. Gao Wu, do your best to delay that white-clothed brat. Everyone from the Gao family attacked together and killed Qin Feng. At this point, Old Master Gao had no way out. He could also see that Yunzhe's strength was slightly stronger than Gao Wu's. He could only stall for time. He thought that as long as he killed Qin Feng, this disaster would be resolved. More than 30 strong men of the Gao family pounced towards Qin Feng. The scene was spectacular. By Qing, the 3 women, long hair, and the others had already blocked in front of Qin Feng, ready to fight at any time. Stop! Qin Feng suddenly spoke, and both sides immediately stopped. Old Master Gao thought that Qin Feng was afraid and wanted to retreat, so he looked at Qin Feng with a playful smile. Young Master Qin, do you have anything else to say? It's all because of your arrogance that we've come to this point. Could it be that you're afraid now? I'm not afraid. I just don't want to make things so troublesome. Qin Feng chuckled as he looked at Old Master Gao. Then, he said to Long Hair and the others, don't move. I'll deal with the Gao family by myself. The people of the Feng group were very clear about Qin Feng's strength, so they all retreated. Bai Qing and the other 2 women also knew how powerful Qin Feng was, but seeing that there were so many people on the other side, they still looked at Qin Feng worriedly and refused to retreat. Qin Feng patted the 3 women's heads and pulled them behind him. He even let Yunzhe and Long Hair be in charge of the 3 women's safety. Chapter 538. Qin Feng was going to fight the Gao family alone? The families in the Amethyst Dragon Palace didn't understand Qin Feng's intentions because they didn't know his true strength. As for those who had witnessed Qin Feng's strength, they were extremely excited and looked as if they were eager to see Qin Feng's performance. Qin Feng, do you mean it? You want to fight the entire Gao family personally? Elder Gao raised his eyebrows. He couldn't hide the excitement in his eyes. Of course I do. Let's not waste time and start. Qin Feng smiled at Elder Gao. Of course, Qin Feng knew what Elder Gao was thinking. Wait, let's not rush to fight. We have to discuss the conditions clearly before we start. If you are defeated by the Gao family, you can't use this as an excuse to take revenge on the Gao family. You have to release Gao Wu, and this matter will end here. We'll mind our own business in the future. Old Master Gao said hurriedly. Everything he said was about Qin Feng losing. Old Master Gao had never thought that Qin Feng would win. Okay, we'll do as you say. If I injure or kill a member of the Gao family during the fight, don't hold it against me. Qin Feng agreed. Haha, no problem. There are people from all the families in the Acropolis City as witnesses. No one is allowed to go back on their word. Seeing that Qin Feng had agreed, Elder Gao grinned from ear to ear. It was as if Qin Feng was bound to lose before the fight even started. Both sides had set the rules, and the scene suddenly became fierce. A strong smell of gunpowder pervaded the air. Qin Feng stood with his hands behind his back. He stood in front of the 30 people from the Gao family. Gao Wu stood in front of the Gao family and stared at Qin Feng with a playful smile. Gao Wu knew that he was no match for Yunzhe, but he didn't take Qin Feng seriously. Gao Wu wasn't the only one who looked down on Qin Feng. Most of the people present didn't think Qin Feng would win. The descendants of the families began to discuss fiercely. They couldn't understand why Qin Feng didn't use his stage 4 inner chi subordinate. Why did he want to fight himself? A powerless hedonistic young master wanted to fight with more than 30 people from the Gao clan? He was simply overestimating himself. Although many people didn't say it, they were secretly gloating and waiting for Qin Feng to be tortured to death. Kill him. Old Master Gao walked past Gao Wu. His face suddenly turned cold, and he whispered an order into Gao Wu's ear. Gao Wu immediately nodded and pushed off with his feet. His entire body shot towards Qin Feng like an arrow leaving a bow. Qin Feng, you're too arrogant. I'll let you know the consequences of being arrogant. Gao Wu's first move was a killing move. The strength of a stage 4 inner chi expert was undoubtedly displayed. His speed was so fast that he turned into a blur in the eyes of those family clan's disciples. They could no longer pinpoint his true location. Even Bai Qing and the other 2 girls, who had just broken through to stage 1 inner chi, were shocked by Gao Wu's strength. The 3 girls felt an aura of death rushing towards them. If this attack was aimed at them, they would have been killed in one move. Qin Feng, be careful. The 3 women's expressions changed drastically as they cried out in alarm. The corners of Yunzhe's mouth raised slightly. He was very confident in Qin Feng's strength. Zhang Hui, on the other hand, had a face full of excitement. He was waiting for Gao Wu to be cut in half. Rumble. With a leap, Gao Wu arrived in front of Qin Feng in the blink of an eye. His fist was mixed with a violent gust of wind. Gao Wu swung his fist. His fist was about to touch the tip of Qin Feng's nose. Everyone watched this scene intently. Qin Feng actually didn't move at all from the beginning to the end. Swish. The sound of the wind rang out. The fist that was about to land suddenly flew out. The fist drew a circle in the air and finally smashed into Gao Wu's head, instantly breaking Gao Wu's attack. Who the fuck hit me with a fist? Stand out if you have the guts. See if I don't beat you to death. Gao Wu hadn't regained his senses for a moment. He swept his gaze around angrily. Everyone acted as if they didn't hear Gao Wu's question. Each of them widened their eyes and stared at Gao Wu's severed arm. The palm on his right arm was already gone, but there was no blood at the severed area. That scene was truly strange. Zzz. A slight spurting sound spread out. Gao Wu felt something spurt out from his wrist. He subconsciously looked over and was so scared that his eyeballs popped out. Gao Wu hurriedly covered his severed arm that was spurting out a pillar of blood. Waves of piercing pain quickly spread out, causing Gao Wu to wail like a ghost and howl like a wolf. My hand? Where's my hand? Ah, it hurts. Hurry up and kill me. I'm going to die of pain. Qin Feng's wind blade was too fast, so fast that it caught everyone off guard. Until now, everyone was still immersed in fear and doubt. No one clearly saw how Gao Wu's hand was cut off, not even Yunzhe. Qin Feng, you dare to sneak attack me? Hand over your life. After howling for a while, Gao Wu came back to his senses and threw another punch at Qin Feng. Qin Feng raised his hand and a ball of flame rose up, directly slapping Gao Wu's fist, causing Gao Wu's porcelain teeth to grimace from the heat. Ah, it hurts. Let go of me. Hurry up and fucking let go. Qin Feng gripped Gao Wu's fist tightly like a vice. No matter how hard Gao Wu struggled, he couldn't break free. The natural fire seed on Qin Feng's palm burned vigorously. Gao Wu's arm was burnt black, and the whole room was filled with the smell of charred smoke. Demonic cultivator? Qin Feng is a demonic cultivator. There's actually a demonic cultivator family in Acropolis City? The Qin family has actually been hiding their strength. This is simply too terrifying. Is this a demonic cultivator? It can really transform demonic chi into a fire attribute. This is simply too powerful. Qin Feng casually used the natural fire seed in the system, scaring everyone to the point that they were speechless. There were many sects in China's martial arts world, but most of them were orthodox martial cultivators. Demonic cultivators were very rare. In a small city like Acropolis City, the tradition of large families practicing martial arts had only just begun. It was already incredible to have a few orthodox martial artists, let alone a demonic cultivator. Whether it was Qin Feng's wind blade martial skill or the natural fire seed, they both deeply shocked everyone. The descendants of the large families rejoiced in their hearts that they didn't impulsively join the Gao family's team to fight Qin Feng. Otherwise, they wouldn't even know how they died. The natural fire seed on Qin Feng's palm burned more than a meter high. Gao Wu's arm was already burnt to the point that he couldn't feel it anymore. Now, his upper body was also on fire. I'll take you down with me. Gao Wu did not expect Qin Feng to be a demonic cultivator. Moreover, Qin Feng's strength was unfathomable. Gao Wu realized that he was no match for Qin Feng. Therefore, he decided to self-detonate his inner qi in an attempt to perish together with Qin Feng. Bang! Qin Feng lifted his leg and sent Gao Wu flying with a kick. Boom! Gao Wu's body suddenly exploded in mid-air. The force of the explosion was like a bomb, causing the floor of the hall to tremble slightly. After the explosion, Gao Wu's flesh and blood rained down from the sky right where the Gao family members were standing. Blood and flesh splattered all over the bodies and heads of the Gao family members. Many of them vomited in disgust. A Stage 4 inner Qi master was gone after only a few rounds of fighting? Everyone was scared to death by Qin Feng's strength. Elder Gao, why don't the rest of you attack? It's too slow to fight one by one. Why don't you all attack together? Gao Wu's self-destruction did not affect Qin Feng at all. Qin Feng looked at the Gao family members as if nothing had happened. The reason why Elder Gao had the confidence to fight against Qin Feng was that he had the help of Gao Wu, a Stage 4 inner Qi expert. Now that Gao Wu had turned into a pile of flesh and blood, Elder Gao was so scared that his body trembled. You're not going to attack? Then I'll take the initiative to attack you. Qin Feng dashed toward the Gao family members. The 30 or so Gao family members were so scared that they were on the verge of tears. If even Gao Wu was no match for Qin Feng, then what could they do? Young Master Qin, spare us. Spare us. Young Master Qin, please be magnanimous and let us go. We can even leave the Gao family in the future. This is all Gao Wu's fault. It has nothing to do with us. Yes, yes. Young Master Qin, we'll all leave the Gao family in Acropolis City. We won't interfere in today's matter. Young Master Qin can do whatever he wants with Gao Wu. When Qin Feng's figure arrived, the Gao family members were so scared that they knelt on the ground and started begging Qin Feng. Elder Gao saw that the situation was hopeless, so he gave in. He smiled and said, Young Master Qin, our Gao family doesn't have an evil creature like Gao Wu in the future. From now on, Gao Wu has nothing to do with our Gao family. Since that's the case, our Gao family will go back first and not disturb young Master Qin's business. Elder Gao only had one thought in his mind, and that was to leave. Qin Feng's methods were too ruthless and decisive. Even the old patriarchs, who had been through a lot, were afraid of Qin Feng. Qin Feng didn't make things difficult for the Gao family members. He waved his hand, and they quickly left. Whoosh! After the Gao family members left, the rest of the family members in the hall took a deep breath. The powerful aura that Qin Feng emitted made it hard for them to breathe. Gao Wu's face was full of despair as he watched his family abandon him. He regretted his decision so much that his intestines turned green. He didn't think that one wrong choice would ruin his entire life. Young Master Qin, the Wang family's unfilial son offended you. As the patriarch of the Wang family, I've come to apologize to you. If you have any requests, please let me know. The Wang family will do our best to fulfill them. Young Master Qin, all of the Shao family's direct descendants are here. In the future, the Shao family is willing to follow Qin Manor, listen to young Master Qin's orders, and do our best to obey Qin Manor's arrangements. Chapter 539. After Qin Feng displayed his strength, all the large families present started to submit to him. Qin Feng also used this opportunity to announce the return of the Acropolis City's Qin family and become the #1 family in Acropolis City. Actually, the second side mission of the system's Yun province disturbance was to revive the Acropolis City's Qin family and become the #1 family in Yun province. Now that the Qin family had become the #1 family in Acropolis City, the system's mission had not been completed yet. It was obvious that they had not reached the standards of the #1 family in Yun province. After the patriarchs of the large families submitted to Qin Feng did not keep them any longer and allowed them to leave the Amethyst Dragon Palace with their grandchildren. After everyone left, Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing started to quarrel over the title of sister-in-law. Longhair was afraid of being punished by Qin Feng, so he quickly left with his brothers, saying that he was going to clean up the old Qin residence and restore it to its original state as soon as possible. After Longhair and the others left, Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing were locked in a fight. Qin Feng did not stop the two girls. Their strengths were similar, and they would not really hurt each other. It was a good thing to let them train each other and increase their own strength. Big brother Qin, are you really a demonic cultivator? Yunzhe looked at Qin Feng with a burning gaze, as if he had seen a treasure. Sort of. Qin Feng was not a demonic cultivator, but it was not easy to explain the natural fire seed to Yunzhe, so he simply acquiesced. Big brother Qin, can you help me step into the ranks of demonic cultivators? I heard that demonic cultivators can transform demonic energy into fire, ice, and other attacks. Once they become demonic cultivators, their strength will be much stronger than orthodox martial cultivators of the same level. Yunzhe could not hide the excitement on his face. He thought that if he became a level 4 demonic cultivator and had an orange quality fire rod as a weapon, he would have more confidence in competing for the position of patriarch. Your current strength is still a little lacking. When you're a little stronger, I'll teach you. Qin Feng had a pretty good impression of Yunzhe, but he could not help Yunzhe become a demonic cultivator. However, Qin Feng thought of the fire spirit pill that he had drawn from the system. This thing had a very high chance of turning orthodox martial cultivators into demonic cultivators. However, the fire spirit pill that Qin Feng had was prepared to be given to Hua Yin to nurture her into a dual attribute demonic cultivator. Qin Feng thought that if he had similar pills in the future, he would give them to Yunzhe. Big brother Qin, then I'll thank you first. Yunzhe did not doubt Qin Feng's words at all and looked at Qin Feng with an excited expression. Qin Feng wasn't in the mood to think about anything else. All he could think about was how to make his return more powerful. Yunzhe, help me with something. Qin Feng's eyes suddenly lit up as he looked at Yunzhe with a smile. Big brother Qin, if you have anything to say, feel free to tell me. Yunzhe said respectfully. Qin Feng waved his hand and had Yunzhe come to his side. Then, he whispered something into Yunzhe's ear. After Yunzhe heard it, his expression kept changing, and in the end, he looked like a shy big boy. Big brother Qin, you really want to do this? Isn't this damaging your reputation? Yunzhe looked at Qin Feng doubtfully. He didn't know what Qin Feng's intentions were. Qin Feng said indifferently, how is this damaging to my image? That's because you haven't heard of me before. I'm Acropolis City's #1 young master, dissolute and uninhibited. That's more in line with my image. All right, just do as I say. You must appear strong. Qin Feng waved his hand at Yunzhe, as if there was no need to discuss this matter any further. Yunzhe had a hesitant expression, but in the end, he gritted his teeth and left. Once Yunzhe left, Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing were also tired from fighting. They sat at the side and panted. Lin Beibei looked at the two girls and shook her head helplessly. She knew that it was useless to persuade them. Beauties, are you tired from fighting? Let's go. I'll take you to a feast. Qin Feng chuckled as he walked to the two girls' side and pulled them up. Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing glared at Qin Feng snappily. I'm not tired. Go eat by yourself. The two girls' actions were surprisingly consistent with their words. They were so angry that they hurriedly changed their words. Since you're tired, then continue to stay here. Qin Feng, let's go eat a feast. Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing each held one of Qin Feng's arms. Their expressions were exactly the same, and Lin Bei couldn't help but cover her mouth and laugh. Qin Feng hurriedly hugged the two girls' slender waists, gave Lin Bei a look, and walked out. "Young missus, stop bickering. Let's go eat together and celebrate my Qin Feng's triumphant return and the revival of the Qin mansion." The four of them walked out of the Amethyst Dragon Palace. Along the way, Bai Qing and Lu Wenjing continued to bicker. They felt like a pair of happy enemies, which livened up the atmosphere and brought a lot of joy to Qin Feng and Lin Bei. When they arrived at the Royal Hotel, the two girls finally stopped bickering. Because Bai Qing was busy arranging the private room and serving the dishes, Lin Bei went to comfort Lu Wenjing. Lu Wenjing was not aggressive towards Lin Bei at all. Seeing Lin Bei's weak and uncompetitive personality, she liked Lin Bei very much. The two girls quickly chatted and laughed. While Qin Feng's side was a happy and harmonious scene, the large families of Yunhai City were suffering a great disaster. The Yin Yang elders were both 7th-layer demonic cultivators. When they joined forces, all the large and small families in Yunhai City were trampled to the ground by them. The two elders vented their pent-up anger towards Qin Feng on the large families of Yunhai City. The people of these families were really unlucky. "Yin Elder, I think it's about time. Yunhai City's 5 big and 7 small families have been bullied by us. That Qin Feng's reputation in Yunhai City has been thoroughly tarnished. These families must be gathering their forces and preparing to join forces to destroy Qin Feng." At this time, Yang Elder stood on the roof of a courtyard house and said calmly as he looked at the pile of trash on the ground that they had just brutally bullied. A sneer flashed across Elder Yin's eyes. He felt the thrill of revenge and couldn't help but laugh loudly. "Ha ha, Qin Feng, who asked you to fucking trick me? Today, I'll let you taste the feeling of being tricked by me." Elder Yin laughed happily, and so did Elder Yang. No matter what, the Yin Yang elders were the two great protectors of the poison sect. Both of them were 7th-layer demonic cultivators. Even in the secular world, their names were quite famous. In the end, they were repeatedly tricked by a little kid like Qin Feng. Now that they finally got their revenge on Qin Feng, the two elders laughed so hard that their mouths almost cracked. Ding dong. Halfway through their laughter, Elder Yang's phone rang. "There's a message." Yin Elder hurriedly looked at Elder Yang. Both of their phones were specially made by the sect. Usually, important messages would be sent over in the form of text messages. Elder Yang quickly took out his phone and looked at it. His facial expression kept changing, and in the end, his entire neck turned red. Suddenly, Elder Yang waved his hand and directly threw the phone in his hand. The phone fell to the ground and directly shattered into pieces. Bang! Elder Yang's gesture of throwing the phone was exactly the same as Yin Elder's. Yin Elder was startled. "What are you doing, Elder Yang? What's the message?" Elder Yang was still panting heavily. He yelled angrily, "Damn it! We were tricked by Qin Feng again. Fuck! Why did we get tricked by that bastard again?" Yin Elder's mouth twitched violently. He was so angry that his eyes widened and his beard puffed. "That bastard Qin Feng purposely asked us to help him bully the Ning Hai family over the phone. His goal was to build up his reputation in the 4 cities of Yun province. The message just now came from the poison sect's informant in Acropolis City. He said that Qin Feng had just bullied all the big families in Acropolis City, and now Acropolis City has been unified by Qin Feng. Also, the Su family of Sky City is also helping Qin Feng build up his reputation." Yin Elder was instantly enlightened after Elder Yang explained the situation to him. He was so angry that he almost crushed his teeth. "Qin Feng, you little bastard. I must cut him into 1,000 pieces with my own hands. Let's go to the Acropolis City now and destroy the Qin mansion. Let's build up some momentum for me," Elder Yin said impatiently. Elder Yang was so angry that his eyes turned red. "Let's go. Let's go now and spread the news about Qin Feng to all the big sects in the martial arts world. We'll make sure that Qin Feng can't escape even if he has wings," Elder Yang suggested. The two elders hit it off immediately. They rushed to Acropolis City while preparing to spread the news. However, when they reached for their phones, they found that they had smashed them. They were so angry that they gnashed their teeth again. In the VIP room of the Royal Hotel, Qin Feng was still unaware of the Enyang elder's actions. He was currently accompanying the three beauties and eating delicacies leisurely. When Qin Feng was almost done eating, he took out the Martial Art Alliance's phone to see if there were any updates. The cell phone kept ringing when he turned it on. It was filled with all kinds of messages. New mission from the Martial Art Alliance. Ancient Ruins Exploration Mission. Welcome. New mission from the Martial Art Alliance. Devil Beast Mountain Hunting Mission. Large-scale team mission. Martial arts experts from all over the world are welcome to sign up. Green Wolf, you son of a bitch. How dare you not come to save me? We are no longer friends. The message was from Billowy Lady. Brother Green Wolf, are you there? The message was from Xiao 11th Lang. Many messages in the cell phone were from the system. Some of them were from the Martial Art Alliance, while others were from individuals who paid for megaphones. Qin Feng briefly scanned through the messages. He remembered that Hua Yin had mentioned the Ancient Ruins exploration mission to him before. Qin Feng was quite interested in it. Also, the Devil Beast Mountain Hunting mission was in Acropolis City. Qin Feng temporarily set aside these quests and read Hua Yan's personal message. Qin Feng had just returned from Hepping Town. Back then, he went to rescue Hua Yin using Qin Feng's identity, but Hua Yin mistakenly thought that Green Wolf didn't save her. Qin Feng thought of Hua Yan's cute pouting face and gigantic breasts when he read the message. He found it hilarious. You're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.